Too
No.
late.
Where's
No time.
Kurt? Where is he? Oh, we have to put the image of shame over Clovis here. Let me find it. Hopefully I can get it before he hops on. Let's see.
Leave it up for the whole time.
Boom. Offline. Womp, 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 womp. I guess I have a button for that, don't I? Nope. Nope. There we go. Yeah.
That's the one.
I haven't been using those buttons, so I forget which one they are. Thank you so much for them 500 biddies, Beatrice, that I'm about to play with. So thank you. Thank you. I can actually thank a person in person who's on the stream. So thank you, Beatrice.
Person.
A person.
I think I'm a person.
You are a person, as far as I know. Let me double check my phone. Maybe he has sent a message.
Just daylight savings time happened.
Ooh.
I would hope
Oh
so.
yeah, that would be the excuse to use. Like,
That's
oh
a
my
great
gosh, no, I
excuse on
totally.
like Sunday.
This is the only day you can do it.
Yesterday.
I worked the entire day at school, but somehow I missed this. This was impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so nothing on my phone, Euler. I'll just send him a text real quick. We're just sending Mr. Clovis a text to see if he's gonna be able to make it. And if not, you guys are gonna have to tackle this quattro, foursies, 4 people at a time. Hey, Kurt, you gotta hop.
We can loot him if he's not playing, right?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
obviously,
Yes.
he's gonna wake up somewhere naked.
Naked without anything. Got it.
Yeah. Buried
Put
up
him in
to
that,
his
we'll
head.
rebuild the crossbow thing and put him in there and make
Yeah.
him
Have him spinning.
I think that makes the most sense. It would be one thing if I knew that he wasn't going to be here, but I expected him to be here, so you guys can do whatever you want with his body.
Ooh.
What? No, I mean like in a weird way, like whatever you want.
Oh, that's perfectly acceptable then.
How is that?
Now it makes so much more sense.
No, I hear it now. I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna vamp for just a second because funny thing happened on the way to the forum. I had an experience of the one setback of working from home today. Well, I guess it's not the one setback. I'm sure there are other setbacks I'm not thinking about. But I answered the door thinking that it couldn't possibly be a door-to-door salesman or solicitor, and it was. And now there's somebody coming over to look at my siding and garage door on Thursday. So,
Ooh.
yay!
You should have just lied and said sorry.
answer the door and just say my house burned down and then close it again.
No,
One of
the
those
guy.
times you need-
The guy was amazingly kind. He was a good conversationalist, which he has to be to do that. But man, I
Helps.
was like, oh man. Well, I guess he doesn't have to be good at it. He should be. But he was a nice guy. It was fine. It is what it is. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until Ilana told me, like, and I went to her. I was like, it was weird. He was like, hey, is there any way we can make sure your wife is going to be around? So if she has any questions, that we'd be able to answer them. And I was like, I mean, she's pretty busy. We've got 4 kids. Like, she's in and out and like getting people to and fro school. And like, there's a 50-50 that she'll be here. Cause she wasn't there when he came to the door. I was like, she's not here right now. Like, I can't promise that he will be, or that she will be. And I was like, why is he so concerned about this? And then I told her,
Decision making.
and she was like, well, because that's the number one thing. People say, well, I need to talk it over with my wife. And I was like, oh, he thought I was going to lie to him. I'm not going to lie to him. I'll just tell him that we're not going to get it. Like, this is helping his numbers to have, to close the deal and have somebody come out and like do an estimate. And if they find something that they can do for a reasonable amount of money, then I'll entertain the thought, but I don't think we're going to get anything.
See, I always make Anthony talk to them. He's really good at dealing with them. I just hide in the corner.
Fair. I
She
think it's the easiest thing to
stands
do.
by the door and spies.
Yeah, I'm bad at
I've
being a
opened the
jerk.
door and
Anna's
found
really good
her
at it.
listening right next. I was like, what the?
Well, that's awkward.
He had
Yeah.
we had Jehovah's Witnesses come and
No, we
come to the
didn't.
house.
We had
Oh,
Mormons.
sorry, Mormons. My bad.
Whoa,
And
there's a
I
difference.
know I got it wrong. I'm sorry, but we had them, and then he was outside talking to them, and I'm like, we have like one of those little peekholes that you pull the tab up to look outside. I
Mhm.
was just staring at them out the peephole, so I could just hear what was going on and see what was going on.
See, that one's difficult because no matter what, they know that you know that they're there. You can't do like the flip up because there's light that comes through for a
and
second.
you hear it too.
Yeah. Shink.
They gave me this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Oh,
Whoa, is that a real photo?
that's Jesus right there.
Yeah.
How'd you get a picture of him?
Wow.
I don't know how they found him.
That's white
Oh.
Jesus.
That's Mormons. But
That's who it
Yeah.
is. Well, that's fun. Did it make you like want to go to their church because they were so bold in their way to approach you?
They're really
No.
nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
so nice though.
They're so nice.
They
have
came
to
by
be.
our old place, and it's been all sorts of different people that showed up, like older ladies, than younger ladies. Then this was a group of 3 dudes.
Ooh.
It's different people every time. It's neat. I think it's kind of cool.
I think that for Mormons, I think that it has to be 2 men, and if it's not 2 men that are approaching, they're probably not Mormons, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. One of those groups
Call
of people.
themselves elders,
Yeah, I don't even know.
Latter-day Saints, all that fun stuff. I don't know.
Something like that.
Don't care. D&D.
Yeah. We did
No,
hear
let's talk
back
about salesman.
the traveling salesman peddling their religions.
Oh,
So-
hold on. Someone's at my door. I'll be back in like a while.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in about 25 minutes.
I'll see you in 45 minutes, easily. So I did get a text back from Kurt. He is going to be late. There's just
What? No way.
something that popped up. So, well, I mean, I guess we knew that he was going to be late. He will be here. He is late.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Do we have an ETA? Do we have a guess?
When he gets here.
Yeah.
He'll
When
probably
he
tell
gets
us
here.
he's here.
So I think that he'll hop on the call and then we'll know that he's here because we'll hear him, and then I'll have to go in and turn off the offline picture of shame. So
Okay.
we'll do that when the time comes.
All right.
But other than that,
Well, if we start to get our butts kicked, then we'll just really drag our turns
Oh.
out
Yeah, it's just-
until he shows up.
Nothing happens.
what can I
Gotta call
do
time.
again, Jay? You can hit him with your sword. Just keep doing that over and over. Oh yeah, he's gonna kill you guys. Yeah, this fight is definitely balanced for a group of 5. So, I don't even know. We'll see. Should go well. I'm sure you guys could stall a little bit RPing with the mini gnomes. But I digress. Would anybody like to catch us up on the happenings of last episode on the real house elves of Newfoundland? Not Fandelver.
It's not Fandelver. Who said Fan? I didn't say Fandelver.
You say Fandelver.
It says, did I?
You did last time.
Okay.
A couple times. Well, and it's confusing because the module for the opening game is the Lost Mines of Fandelver. So you're like, it must be Fandelver. It's not. It's Fandelver. It's confusing.
Someone read ahead.
No. On like for the starter pack, this is we're not doing that. This is not that. This just happens to take place in the same town.
Okay.
And I don't actually know what happens in the Lost Mines of Fandelver. I've gotten to the first cave with probably 5 or 6 groups at this point, and none of them have ventured past. Some of them have gotten to the town. I think that's the same town we're in.
Yeah.
Especially to the town. So, I
And that's
read
it.
what happens in the town 5 years ago, 6 years ago, more. I don't even know.
Yeah. So how do you not remember it? Like exactly what happens?
Yeah, word for word.
I'd expect you to have that perfect memory. Excuse me. So yeah, anybody want to give a recap, or is Mr. DM giving the recap and keeping all of the inspiration for himself? Yeah, this is just to save you guys from an extra whack from this mimic that you're gonna fight eventually.
Is that-
maybe.
Is that? Oh, okay. Well, now we're
Spoiler
meta.
alert.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, I had no idea.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever gives the update from the recap gets inspiration, and anybody that provides valuable input in the recap also can partake in the inspiration. But if I feel like it's unacceptable and didn't live up to the hype, if you don't cover all the points that I covered with Felicity, then you don't. Yep. I mean, I gave her like that 50,000 foot view of what you guys did, and yeah, if you don't cover anything, if you miss something that I covered, we've got a problem, and then you lose out.
I've still got inspiration from the last time we did a recap, so I'm good.
I don't have inspiration.
I don't think you do, Anthony. It's not.
I haven't used it unless you're about to click it away.
No, well, it's not on the thing, and I don't change anything. Like Courtney still has a potion, and Spangle still has a potion. So
I still have my potion. Yeah.
So
yeah, on my
And it-
character sheet, it's still there.
well,
Did you turn it off when you used it?
No, I haven't used it.
there was something that I think it may have gotten used last time, but if not, then I've messed up. I've messed up big time, Ant.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Somebody give me a recap.
So the last time on the Real House Elves, like we went to Gnomengard to talk to all the gnomes because we heard they might have like a super powerful weapon that was going to help us against a big old dragon who had been menacing the countryside. And when we got there, like the gnomes were completely paranoid and afraid because some of the people had been disappearing, although really I think only one person has disappeared. Two, well, who's counting?
John is for sure.
I don't think he's counting anything.
No, he doesn't count anymore. Sorry.
So we wandered all over these caves looking for missing people, specifically one of the kings. That would be King Nerkly, who ran off. He had captured his husband, King Korbaz, supposedly to keep him safe. And I think he actually was trying to keep him safe because he was scared too. And they think there were monsters that were hunting, and some of the gnomes had gone properly crazy. But we figured out in the end that there must be a mimic hiding somewhere in these caverns. So we're going to have to retrace our steps again and look for maybe this big old mimic creature that could be mimicking anything in the caverns. It's very scary.
Were there any leads maybe that you had?
I don't know.
There was the wine barrel, the mushroom wine barrels that had some
Yeah.
weird thing. I can't remember what the thing is called. Slime stuff around it.
Yeah.
The weird
But-
material that was around it.
Mm-hmm. But that was kind of my impression was that was like maybe where the mimic was hiding before to kill John the cabin boy. Like he kind of wedged himself between the barrels and like maybe was hiding out there because it kind of seemed like there was space for a barrel where that slime was. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
Could be
Who knows? I
right.
don't know.
Maybe.
We
could
also
still be
scared a
there.
bunch of sleeping gnomes.
I mean, it's a
We're
good place
getting
to start. That's like the
We're
one
getting
place.
really good at terrifying just
We are so good at
creatures.
scaring things that are comfortable.
And wasn't there something about like a chair that had transformed and chomped somebody as well?
Are you asking?
One of the kings spotted a chair.
Spangle
transforming.
Luxie, Spangle. Well, yeah, one of the kings saw one of these things transforming. Spangle Luxie, that's like 5 minutes ago. But for me, the player, yeah, I don't remember. There's a chair or something. I don't know.
It's good.
It is strange that a chair would have a adhesive substance on it. Certainly must say. We could ask the
Yes.
king about whatever it was that
I
he
would
put on
never have anything like that on my chairs.
it. Yeah. It'd be,
Gross.
certainly wouldn't want to use it again if you did.
Just one-time use chairs.
Yeah.
So I think that is an acceptable recap. I think that you covered all the things that I would care to cover.
We're not going to cover the spinny crossbow thing of death that we defeated.
Where you all tried to kill that poor gnome, and I had to
I
whack her
wanted
in
to
the
knock
head.
her off. Okay?
You wanted to shoot her.
I was trying to
Off
disable the
the pedestal.
machine.
You can't
only at
shoot
the
someone
end.
off of something until you kill them.
Watch me. I'll try.
That sounds like a challenge. Yes, you did have a gnome that you were fighting. I think that Ryan mentioned that there were some gnomes that had gone full blown crazy, and I assumed that was his recap of Miss Factore, who is
Yes.
was the spinny gnome that you found.
Yes, the spinning gnome.
Okay, and without looking at anybody's notes, what's the secret password?
No, I'm not saying it. They made
Oh,
fun of us for
oh.
saying it. That was a joke on their part. I don't.
Oh,
Don't make me say it. It's probably something horrible.
It might be.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. You might pull it up later. Make me look bad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I did put it in my notes.
I
but-
certainly wrote it down, but I'm not saying it.
That's good. It's very offensive.
It's apparently, yeah.
No,
Gobbledygoo. Maybe that's why he was stuck to the chair. I don't know.
Oh, it was just a gobbledygoo on the chair. That was it. Yeah. Okay.
You're staring at my soul and it's weird.
Yeah, the soul staring is frightening. All right, so you've found both kings. You've located them both. One of them was in the seemed to be hiding in the storeroom away from you guys after you flushed him out of his chamber, and you are now you have both King Korbaz and Nerkly on their thrones in their rightful place, and no longer adhered to the chair because the other king had a nice adhesive that solvent that he was able to kind of like make sure he got all off his clothes. So he's set to go. What would you guys like to say to the kings? What are you gonna do?
So, do we need to kill this thing or can we go?
we should probably
You
kill it.
got this one right.
We would very much appreciate if you would take care of whatever the problem is.
Oh, you need us to help you. Okay. Yeah, we can.
That
mean, like,
would be
Take care
wonderful.
like a pet? I don't know. Mimics are really dangerous, and I don't think we can take care of it very easily.
Ah, this must be one of those times where our words maybe don't mean the same thing. We would like for you to kill it. Take care of it. Eliminate the threat.
Oh, kill
Oh.
it. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that sounds
Why
fun.
didn't you say so?
Well, we thought we did. And both gnome kings kind of look at each other. Like, yeah, it was clear to us. So they are very much in your service if you are able to help them. And their people have notified them. Dabbledob mentions as people are coming in and out of the kings of the room. He said they were looking for something to help fight a dragon. If we are able to maybe help them out, I'm sure that they would be willing to help us.
Yeah. Gotta slay a dragon, maybe. Someday.
Eventually.
Yeah,
a
we
dragon.
all work together.
I see. Well, I don't know that I have anything specifically for dragons, but I'm sure we have something magical around here. Did you happen to find anything in the storeroom? Where I
No.
was hiding?
We found a king.
We found you. Nothing else.
Yes. Did you notice that we had recently had it cleaned? It was very nice and organized when you were in there, so you should be able to find anything that you'd like.
Ooh. It looks wonderful.
Well,
and-
should we use what's in the storeroom to maybe help on our mission here inside of your... It's not a castle.
Cave.
Lovely
Cave?
abode.
Your sleeping cave?
well,
I
certainly,
don't know what the appropriate word is for, like, gnome caves.
you'd be
Yeah.
welcome to find anything that you'd like in our kingdom, and we'd happily part with it. Now, if you are able to vanquish the monster that has been plaguing our kingdom, then I do have a magical item that I think could be of service in your killing of this dragon.
Ooh.
So,
Are you going to tell us what it is ahead of time, or are we going to find out?
a
No chance.
magical hat. However, I cannot part with it unless the deed is done. It will.
Oh.
It is certainly something that will keep me safe if I need it. If I'm ever attacked. So
Didn't
I would.
seem to help the last time.
I didn't get eaten, did I?
No, you didn't. That's true.
King Nerkly,
Yes.
where did you see the chair that turned into a monster, then back into a chair again?
It was over in the workshop.
Oh,
When I was running from you guys, I got out of there as fast as I could. But honestly, I think that I didn't see it the last time I was going through there.
oh.
Bummer.
Maybe we should start heading over there carefully.
Just run.
It's a good
Eyes closed.
Carefully. This is a word that you do know. This is interesting.
Carefully.
It's news to me. Word on the street is you barged in on people who were sleeping and then cast an offensive spell on a kind girl who was frightened.
I didn't realize I could jump up 30 feet, but you know, learn something new every day.
Live and learn.
That's D&D, baby. That's
Do
a
you
saying that the
think
gnomes
maybe-
have.
Do you think maybe Fibblestib or Dabbledob could like maybe walk with us because they might recognize if something is out of place?
Yeah, something
certainly.
that might not normally be there.
So as you are talking and hanging out and having a good old time, you are greeted by. Let's see. Try to drag a thing all the way over. Joy Bell comes on in and says, "I know you are so excited to try that our wine and loaves of mushroom bread. I've brought an extra serving, and just to celebrate that our king has been found, we've brought a cask and some bread and some oil to dip the bread in. So please, everybody, to partake and enjoy in the wonderful feast that we have of mushroom bread and mushroom wine and mushroom oil."
That was Clovis's thing. I don't know about
like-
the rest of us.
Well, she has a nice prepared plate, and the two kings you can see are thrilled that this is a part of the celebration. You know, gnomes like a good celebration when there's something to celebrate. So they jump right up and you know, get the king's servings of mushroom wine and mushroom bread, and a healthy serving of the mushroom oil to dabble in. So you see them, everybody's chowing down. It's not, you get the feeling that maybe it would be impolite to not partake.
Okay.
Spangle will mosey up, and then in a very undainty manner, just like grab stuff and start like stuffing her face.
Nice. Are you going?
Like
are you going
slip
for
her on the
full
wine and
trifecta?
stuff.
You going for all three?
Oh yeah, of course. That's a done thing, right? I'm just taking it. I'm dunking it in, so like my fingers are like dunking in the oil and stuff. There's like mushroom oil dribbling down my chin,
All right. So
all over my.
the fact that you went for it and you actually went with both of them, they actually combine to make some kind of a magical taste. Like there's this delicious like feeling of home that just washes over your body. You feel like you just had a big bowl of soup on a cold day, and you're sitting next to a fire and you're warmed from the inside. Everything is just delicious, and it doesn't reflect the smell that you smelled in the mushroom bread storeroom, nor does it reflect the look of what you would expect the mushroom wine to taste like. So when paired together, it's absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great.
Now, for anybody that didn't jump right in and maybe just had little bits or tried the bread as a courtesy, that was less desirable. That was yuck. It's missing something if it didn't have the whole entire thing. You need the whole experience. So they're
Y'all are
rather
gonna be
gross.
missing something if you don't hurry up.
Yeah, there's plenty there, and it's all there for the taking. And the kings take note, and they're kind of like they're digging Luxie's vibe. Like they're like, oh, this chick knows how to party. So they're warmed that an outsider could come in and embrace their customs so eagerly and with such, vigorous nom-nomming. Or nom-noming. Nom-nom.
Oh,
Puns.
It's good.
where's that rim shot?
It's funny. I don't have it on the soundboard. So everybody's very happy. There's smiles all around. And Joybell mentions to you that she just came from getting the wine and from the wine cellar. She didn't notice anything, and she kind of wheeled it on over, and there was nothing in the storeroom that she noticed. She's still alive. She hasn't been killed. So there's that.
Well, did you like prod every wine barrel in the wine cellar while you were there?
No, I just grabbed one, and there was the one that was up and ready to be tapped, and it's here with us right now.
I prod it.
And you look silly prodding the wine barrel, but it moves in the way that you would expect a large barrel of wine to move, with
Not at
whatever
all.
level of force that you put on it.
Just a
It's a wine barrel. Okay.
Yeah, no, you poke it, it pokes.
Spangle Lux is going to start wandering around the room, just poking at every object in the room.
Sure.
There.
The chairs, steps, secret doors,
Had you not garnered such
real doors.
like wonderful their favor by the way that you ate their cuisine, they would probably be looking at you a little bit more weird, but they seem okay that you're kind of poking around the throne room and poking their thrones, their seats of power. It's a little unorthodox, but I think that they understand what you're trying to look for and looking for anything out of place. Nothing sticks out to you.
So we should probably start going to look in some other rooms, and hopefully
Yeah.
hopefully Clovis wakes up soon. Let's carry him with us in the meantime.
Clovis is with you guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I
Um,
can move him.
So
Okay.
one of the gnomes is following behind us, since we don't know.
Yeah, come
really the
come help
setup of
us
the
look
place.
for the mimic.
Yeah, Dabble Dabble come around with you.
Okay.
Do you think we should start like in the treasure room, because there was a lot of stuff in there?
Yeah, we can check that out first. We'll sweep our way down.
Yeah, Dabble Dab comes on over and he opens up the door for you.
Okay.
And Clovis is with you guys too.
So we come in cautiously, and we are examining all the objects for a potential mimic.
Sure. So there is an enormous amount of clutter. You walk into the room and Dabble Dab, you recognize this look of like accomplishment and happiness. Like he looks at this room and he's like, it's so clean in here. Oh, this is wonderful. But it is, for all intents and purposes, an absolute like. It looks like the place was ransacked. There's nobody could possibly ever find anything. It is piles upon pile, like hoarders times 1,000. This was the room that everything went in. You were pretty sure you just found like a used mushroom loaf box, and it's just filled with like small mechanical ants. So it's everything is just it's a total mess in here. You're gonna have to search around for quite some time to find anything magic, unless anybody, So you could spend a large amount of time and waste time looking, but there's certainly things to sift through.
I don't think a mimic would hide.
I mean, I
in
think
the
we could all take a
treasury.
moment to just kind of poke around, even if we're not looking for magical things for ourselves. But I mean, just look for the mimic, right?
This door is always locked, right?
Yes, they locked this door. Dabble Dob with you is the one that unlocked it.
Unless, and I start poking the door.
Your hand comes back fine. There's nothing bites your hand off.
Hmm.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's tons of stuff, and they have assured you there are magical items in here without question that you're free to, because this is the supply room for any gnomes that need supplies for their mini inventions, and certainly some magic stuff in here.
Does like anybody have the ability to detect magic and stuff?
Yerp. That would be my. Trying to figure out where it is. Okay.
It just does.
Yes.
But she very well may have already used it.
Well,
Oh, I did in one room.
I think you have two. Do you have 2 spells per day
I don't think so as a ranger.
as a level 2 ranger?
I could be wrong.
I mean, I can probably pull it up on your sheet.
How do I figure out how many spells I have a day?
It's in your journal, and then go to your character sheet, and then it's on the last page of your character sheet. but I'm doing the same thing. So. Do-do-do-do-do. You have 2 slots, 2 first level slots.
Nice.
It says slots remaining. You have 0, but that's just because you never adjusted it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So
I have 2 as well. Yeah, I probably could have told her that too.
Say I can't read this thing.
all
Alright.
good.
Well then, certainly wouldn't hurt to use.
Yeah. Cool.
So you're gonna go ahead and pop that off.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So when you cast a first level spell,
My bad.
the it's kind of funny. You sprout wings like those of a tiny butterfly, and they actually are functional butterfly wings that give you a flying speed of 30 feet. So for the duration while this spell is active, you effectively can fly around, Beatrice.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have fun with this one.
In addition to your ability to fly, which is kind of amazing,
Believe I can fly.
you notice that there are 2 glowing things underneath underneath these piles and piles of trash. There's one in the southeast corner and one in the southwest corner of the furthest corners of the room. These 2 corners, and you see them plain as day with your detect magic spell. But as you begin casting the spell, you go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh, okay. There it is. Got it.
Bloop. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you notice something. The everything in this room, which is lit by what seem to be magical torches. When you came into the room, it was very like well lit and even for the lighting. And as you begin casting the detect magic spell, you notice there's like a flicker, like a faint, like just change in the room, and the shadows grow longer, and you can see the that this room isn't perfectly lit. It's kind of like darkened, and it just loses some of its luster in the room and looks more, I guess, normal. That's kind of covered up quickly by the fact that there's wings that sprout from you, and that you start seeing glowing magic items on the ground. And as you approach the glowing magic items, because you're the ones that can see them, you uncover the one on the left is a some sort of an amulet that you're not really sure exactly what it is, but you do have that feeling of magic because you done detected magic on it. And then there seems to be a staff over in the other corner. So you've got a staff and a amulet that you've identified.
And butterfly
magical.
wings.
And butterfly wings.
And wings.
Butterfly wings after midnight prayer.
I think that's how it goes.
It's kisses, I think. So you have 2 magical items in your possession that, as you will kind of hold on to them for some amount of time, you'll kind of become attuned to them. If you take some deliberate time to sit down and kind of like concentrate on them, you might unveil what they are specifically.
It's nice.
Yeah, so you've found 2 magic items, and I'll put them into your journal afterwards.
Cool.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
If you do like a shorter, or I guess a shorter or long rest, or use the identify spell, which I don't know if anybody in your party has. This is a mechanical thing within D&D. If anybody has identify, then you are able to help her out faster, and you could identify what this magic item is, but without knowing for sure. Dabbledob says, "Sure, if you want an amulet and a pole, I could have given you that." So he doesn't know exactly what they are, because again, this is a junk closet. Just writing it down on your sheet. Amulet and staff pole thing.
Staff pole thing.
Staff
All right.
pole thing.
Alrighty.
That's
Guess
just,
we should move on to the next.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling it's back over by the wine barrels or the other areas we were in
well, move
earlier.
about. Move about as you see fit.
Maybe Beatrice should lead.
I'm
since you can
gonna fly around.
Yeah, you're gonna fly in. Let us know what's up.
What do they look like? What do your wings look like? Like what kind of butterfly wings are they?
I'm gonna say, oh my god, I'm trying to think of like the girliest thing I can think of.
I gave you butterfly wings. So
I mean, I could be boring and say they're monarch butterfly wings.
what's
which are very
boring
pretty.
about a monarch butterfly? A monarch butterfly is beautiful.
They are beautiful, but you see them all the time.
Some people.
Maybe not in Phandalin.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
in Nomengard, nobody's ever seen a monarch butterfly. This is frightening. They think you might be the dragon.
You are a freak.
She's the shapeshifter.
Yeah.
She just sprouted wings in front of us.
It's her! Get her! Ah! He pulls out a tiny little pitchfork for butterflies.
I'm gonna say monarch butterfly, except where there's
butterfly
orange,
wing.
there should be. It's gonna be like a light purple.
Ooh, a light
But-
purple.
Yeah, 'cause
Purdy.
I don't like orange.
Fair enough.
Ooh,
All right.
Damn.
Is it
so
just because
pretty. It matches my eyes.
Is it the only kind of butterfly you could think of? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That tracks. Okay, so.
I was legit about to Google some butterflies.
You're like, what is that? This will work.
A butterfly? I'm not. I don't know. All right, so you are going to go where? Where are you guys going?
Let's go back towards the wine room. See if maybe there's a suspicious barrel. That's where I think we should go.
I said, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot which way the wine thing is. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Oh, if we are passing through the workshop anyway, do we see like any little chair prints like walking away?
That's a fair question to ask.
Yeah, that is a fair question to ask. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Did it come up?
Yeah, you see what leads you to believe maybe like you notice some odd tracks that look like they maybe came in as one thing and left as something completely different. So they look like they rolled in here as a barrel and then waddled out like a as a chair.
That's a chair.
That's what a chair like a yeah, you know.
Get it?
Have you not
follow.
watched Beauty and the Beast?
Have you never seen a chair,
fair.
Anthony? Okay.
I say, I know you've seen Beauty and the Beast. I've made you watch it.
Yeah, so it's like like a chair.
A terrifying chair.
Yeah,
You
it's terrifying.
Oh,
Where
which way
terrifying.
the tracks go?
Yeah, what
Yeah, which direction?
so those tracks they actually they're going this way, which doesn't make any sense. So the chair prints go in this direction, whereas the rolled in barrel tracks come from that side.
So
So now it's heading towards where the barrels are now.
we're going through the fan blades, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Go for it.
Did we establish it's okay to pull the lever and run through? Is that safe? Okay. I'm going to pull the lever, stop the blades, and run through.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna fly through because I have wings.
Oh, good for you. Must be nice.
So yeah, you pull the lever and the blades stop and you get a minute and you can walk through them with no problems. Clovis has already jumped across the bridge because 30
Ran
feet is nothing.
across.
Gonna run into the guard room and yell gobbledygook, and they're gonna laugh.
Goop, gobbledygook.
Goop. Oh,
Wait,
You're gonna
wait,
get in trouble.
I'm going to use Mage Hand to keep that lever down, and I'm going to prod each of the fan blades as I'm coming through.
ooh, I like it.
okay.
Yeah, the fan blades they don't offer any resistance that you would expect non-fan blades to offer. So they seem to be just fan blades.
So I walk into the guard room, said the password. Now I'm going to ask a really weird question and ask if they've seen a chair walk by.
Did you say the password?
I did.
He did say it.
Yeah, he
He
Yeah.
just said that he said it.
Yeah, he didn't actually.
But you didn't say it.
I did once already.
He did
All
say
right.
it in the very beginning.
He said it wrong the first time.
He did.
Okay, so they laugh at my mistake, but they know what's up.
Well, hold on. Let me paint you a word picture. So they're the two guards burst into laughter, and they turn to Factore and they say, "Ah!" And she's like, "Oh, there's no way. How we what?" And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out some gnomon bucks, and she pays up because she was like, "There's no way that he would have said that. I don't even understand. I wish I was spinning around. These jerks." So she's just very upset that she's lost this bet with them. That I guess the first idiot that walks in is gonna say this terribly offensive thing, and sure enough, you guys did. So thank you. You've made their day. And the guards say, "Top of the morning to you." They're leprechauns now.
Have they seen a chair?
Oh, you never ever like let us down with your common antics. No, we have not seen any chairs, but I can't wait for the punchline on this one. What is it? What's the joke?
Just a chair walking. That's what we're looking for. No joke.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
That's weird.
That's a letdown.
That's fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I guess.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna take a moment to see if we see any strange tracks on the ground while you guys are all talking to the guards.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Perception check, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you see what looks like maybe like somebody was like dragging a rug. Like the dust is kind of like it's a little bit streaky, like where there's places where it maybe wasn't making perfect contact with the ground, but it looks like something like dragged itself through here.
Okay, good to know. First up, I'm going to go into the wine room, and I'd like to use my tracking skills as well to see examine the wine barrels and to look for some sort of large object that would make that type of drag mark.
Step
Sure.
onto a rug and you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, look for a rug too, obviously.
And you're dead.
Did you say that those drag marks went to the wine room?
They were
Mr.
going
PM?
up this way, and they she saw them from this room, and they were going in the northern direction. You didn't do any tracking
know
to see if you were
direction.
following them.
Okay.
Well, then I'll check here at the juncture.
Okay.
Do you need me to perception or something?
give me a perception. You see more. Those are chair steps marks.
Back to a chair again.
Yeah, it's in and out. It's doing different things.
Curtain.
And it was they look like they're going to the east because our bard seems like he might be logging in.
They went to the east, huh? Okay.
You say I, Kurt.
Oh, I was supposed to say hi.
So once
Hi, Kurt.
Hi, matey.
I'll fill in Kurt real quick. Hey, Kurt.
Hey guys, sorry I was hung up in the potty back there.
Oh,
Ew.
okay.
Oh, good. We are hunting a mimic.
I know that it was a stool or something, right? I left some stool back there.
We think it's a chair or a rug right now.
Gross.
Stool samples. Ha!
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And I have butterfly wings.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney
She
has-
does
For now.
How did that happen?
She cast a spell and she
I
got butterfly
detected
wings.
magic.
So now we're gonna go ahead and freeze. I wonder. Yeah. So I want the only person that has given me any real direction that they've come into the room and they're gonna start looking is Corbin. So I would like you can tell. I mean, I can tell you what you see when you walk into the room. You see a room filled with 12 barrels of what you believe
The barrel room.
are mushroom wine.
Okay.
But
But
one of these things is
Oh, wait.
not like the
Then
others.
they had
One of
they
these
took one of the
things
barrels
just
to the
doesn't
king thing.
belong.
one of the barrels should be missing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, why would you think that? It's like somebody's giving you all the clues that you need to solve this mystery.
Can
So,
you guess which one is not like the others?
all right.
So hold on, hold on.
That
Are you touching that?
No,
No,
not yet.
touch
I'm yelling.
it if
I'm
I
yelling
were
them to take position. We know what's in here, so guard the exits and be ready for battle.
I'm cowering in the middle of the room, looking around all sides, like very, very nervously.
So I take out my hand axe and begin prodding each barrel.
I think it's gonna be the first one.
Dabble Dob, it says, well, it looks like you guys have this under control. And he very, cowardly kind of goes up the hallway towards the room that had the death shooter thingy-majigger.
That's the right place to go.
Wow,
Death shooter. Yeah.
descriptions are.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go to the right side of the room and start dabbing the barrel.
Wait.
with my dagger.
All right.
Ready?
Hold on.
Dab it.
Oh.
This is going to be one person at a time,
Okay.
and Fritch gets the first. You are knocking that with your axe, you said?
Yeah, I put it not enough to would make it spew wine, but hard enough. I hit it pretty hard with my axe.
And you listen, and it's hollow.
Okay.
Da-da-da.
So I want to just ready an action, and I'm kind of like taking out my crossbow, and I'm kind of anxious, so my trigger finger is a little shaky, and I'm just I have it pointed at Corbin, over his shoulder.
Ready to murder me.
Right.
Ready to shoot in excitement.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're
That's
prepped.
terrifying.
You're ready to go.
I'm prepped and ready to go.
So
I'm locked and loaded.
we've got Corbin. You are so that was your turn. You're actually still right here. You have yet to move again.
Okay.
The next person that can go ahead and check something out would be Spangle. You may go check a barrel or whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. It is your turn to move about as you see fit.
Spangle is definitely frozen by the anxiety, all those choices.
Mhm.
They all look like threats to her. She feels like she's surrounded on all sides. So she's kind of quaking and cowering behind her great big old shield. And this Kair, you don't have a very big armor class, do you?
No.
I can imagine not. Okay, so assuming you're like the squishiest of us here, and that yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast it's not mage armor, some kind of armor thing on you.
Some kind of armor.
Some
thing,
kind
huh?
of armor thing.
Some kind of armor thing. That's what the spell is called. It's called some kind of armor thing.
For 5th edition, they've really given up on naming these spells. Shield of Faith. Okay, so what does that look like? This is a concentration spell. It's a level 1 spell?
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Okay.
That is
So upon casting your level 1 spell, your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue, like a glowing iridescent, like the Avatar blue. Not
casting this on Kair specifically, not on myself.
Oh, I know.
Still
But
makes
your
stuff happen to
your
you.
skin turns blue, like the guys in Avatar.
Or
You
blue
look like
man.
a Smurf.
I'm blue, da ba dee da.
Exactly. Yes, that. So in addition to that, you've given Kair +2 to his AC.
Yes.
So you are somehow imbued with the Shield of Faith, Kair, and you are a little bit more tanky.
Woohoo! 12. Cool.
No, only 12?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Oh my gosh. Something
Say,
wrong with you.
Kair, stay behind me.
This is gonna be an awesome fight.
that.
I'm rethinking everything. I'm so glad you're here, Kurt. Okay, so the next up is Clovis. I know you said you've readied an action. Are you going to keep with that readied action?
So where am I? I'm there. I guess I would notice, like, I'm really kind of focusing on Corbin. But is that Shield of Faith, is that a voice spell? Would that be, did you have to say it out loud, or just make?
Yeah,
I use my
verbal,
voice,
semantic, and
I had to like do some reading. I had to open up a little like holy book.
Could I hear that Spangle was feeling anxious, and should I roll for that?
Oh, it's by she wears her emotions on her sleeve. She's just going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
Okay.
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So then I move. I'm gonna keep my action readied over Corbin, pointed towards Corbin, but I'm gonna move my character next to Spangle and just take her hand and say, "It's okay, it's okay. Think of flowers. Think of helping people. Think of the sunshine. Think of that time. You remember that time that person broke down and we put the wheel back on their cart? Do you remember that? That was good times."
Oh, thank you, Clovis.
I'm just trying to keep her calm. So
did that calm you down IRL also?
A bit, yes.
Well, that's good. Then it worked. So, what is the effect of that?
There's
Super effective, obviously.
Yeah.
That was really nice. That, you know what? I think that deserves advantage. Let me figure out how to give it to you.
Like an inspiration?
I mean, yeah, you get an inspiration there.
I'll put that on my sheet.
I think
Yes, perfect.
there's supposed to be a thing here. Let me see.
The dragon.
That's disadvantage. I don't want to give you disadvantage. I want less advantageous.
That's not what I want.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
Advantage. There we go. We found it. You got your little advantage majiggy.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it.
It's on your little thing there. All right. So the next up will be Kair. What would you like to do, bud?
I'm gonna keep an eye on Corbin. I'll let him.
So are you guys gonna be in
figure
pass
out.
mode while I hit barrels? Is that what we're doing?
I think so. I don't know about Court, but yes.
I'm like,
As of
go
right
for it.
now. So
Go
Okay.
for it, Corbin.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move to the next barrel, and
well, I think Court's got to.
oh, Courtney needs to go. Okay.
Yeah, no, we got Beatrice. You're up.
All right, being the other brave ranger, my butterfly wings are going to tuck into my back as I slouch slightly, bracing myself for whatever happens with my dagger in my hand, and I'm going to stab the top of this barrel as to not make a mess if there's anything in it.
How high is
stab
this
the top.
room? Where's
Sure.
the ceiling?
The ceilings in this are 7 feet high.
So she can't really fly. in
can't
this
I mean,
really
room.
go up.
she's up a couple feet.
I can float a little bit.
She can hover.
Who pissed in your Cheerios, man? She can fly.
Man,
Like
I got
7
butterfly wings.
feet.
If I was flying in 7
She's
feet in the air,
5.5
I would
feet.
certainly fly everywhere.
But that the 7 foot
Yeah.
marks the ceiling. She's only flying like
If my feet don't
Tiny
have to
amount.
touch the ground, I'm cool. That's flying to me.
Yeah, that's it. It's jumping with style as far as I'm.
all right.
All right. So you stab at it with your dagger, and you notice that you've now ruined a perfectly good cask of mushroom wine that was fermenting. That has a sticker on it that says like, do not open until not fermented until the X date, and you've probably cracked the seal on this one, unfortunately. But it didn't try to eat you, so that's a good thing.
It could have been a really detailed mimic, okay?
Right, it's extremely detailed. Yeah, like investigating these things could actually yield some results too. Just throwing it out there, I don't know, or just hitting them with hammers
Yeah.
and stuff.
Stabbing
I'll check
things.
for wine on the next one.
Yeah, I'll
Or dates
say
on the barrels because they're all dated.
they
in order
were.
of
You are
days.
right, Anthony. Look at this guy thinking with
But I
his
can't
brain
read.
sauce. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
Brain.
they could
So I
mimic
can't
the
do it.
words.
I don't know if a mimic can read.
Yeah,
So
could
it would
say
be the exact
design.
same date as one of the other ones would be my guess.
They could have been made together.
They all have batch numbers on them, like a trendy brewery, or a distillery.
Micro brew.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
got hipster writing on it. Okay.
Yeah, these gnomes are super hipster.
So, can
They're
I read the
labeled
barrel?
like with trendy
can I read
names
the
like
barrel
No
that I just hit?
Mercy.
You wouldn't have heard of them. They're underground.
You guys don't know about the underground scene. Sorry, Fridge. Yes.
I want to read the barrel I just hit that I know is a barrel.
So you know this one to be a barrel, and this one has a date that is a few months past from your understanding of the time and calendar year in the Common Era.
So I'd like to read this barrel now.
Yeah, that barrel is a few weeks after the previous barrel. If you recall from the previous time, the top 4 barrels were empty, if I remember correctly. The middle, from here to here, were all in various these were the ones that looked like they were
But they were shoved in. You remember you said
wasn't it in here when we saw it last time? It was shoved in here. Okay.
Right in between these two.
All right, so I'm going to quickly glance. Okay, so I'm guessing there's writing here.
Yep.
And then there's writing here.
Yeah, that's as far as you get to go.
Okay.
And the next up
with my crew.
would be Spangle. You want to do anything special, different? Or are you going to continue to be nervous and freak out?
Don't freak out. You're okay.
So much inspiration.
Now that Spangle has been inspired, she's going to tentatively scoot forward, still kind of counting behind her shield. It's kind of like one of those where she's inching forward and there's heads on either side of her shield. Everyone's kind of looking over her shoulder. And
if she's moved, then I'm definitely, because I was concerned, I've definitely followed her.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've tracked my motion. I got you covered.
So as many as I can, whether it's just the one or whether it's so many, I'm going to, kind of have my shield up and then under the shield, kick at. You don't see me kicking but I'm kicking.
Oh,
okay. So you've got your shield up and you're kicking them.
I've got my shield up and I'm kicking them as many as I can.
So you don't want to read them?
You're you're tapping tires on a good car.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh, don't break the barrel.
Oh, I'm looking.
No, not to break. No. This is a random thing. I want to know which one it is that you actually you kick.
Well, I'll start in the upper corner here and work my way down because that's kind of where I was. But how do that? That / roll d4.
It's to see how many of them you kick. So
I kick 4.
So you in this row, as you are going down the row and kicking all 4, you kick, and you hear sloshiness in this one. There's still some wine in that one, but it's clearly not all the way done. You kick, and you hear more sloshy, and then you get to this one right here, this final one that you also kick, and oddly enough, your foot does not retract in the way that you would expect for it to retract. It seems maybe stuck. And
read the label.
Yeah. Well, no, but this is more fun. So your foot is stuck, and I'm gonna have us all go ahead and roll initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who? What are you doing? Let go of me.
All right. So
I thought mine was bad.
Anthony, are you okay? Do you want to talk about
8
it?
decks. They're all bad.
So
Where's
my
jeez, you guys, this is
Hold on, I still gotta roll.
Fun.
Where the heck's mine?
You're gonna get a 0.04.
Seriously, where is it? Where's the
It's at the top of your sheet.
Those are red.
So now that we've got initiative rolled,
those are both natural ones.
Guys, now that we've got initiative rolled, we are gonna go ahead and take our 5-minute break. Go ahead, go pee and
Woo!
Yeah, we'll have the fun.
Except Spangle, they're stuck in a barrel. The rest of us can go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, don't ruin the mushroom wine. If you pee in it, that's bad. So
They might not notice.
let's go ahead and take our 5. I'm gonna put a countdown on, and I want to say thank you so much for all of them biddies. I did what you suggested, Jake, and I put those silent alerts right there up on the screen. So thank you so much for the bits that were cheered, and I hope that you enjoy this fight with a mimic when we come back in 5 mimics. I don't even want to take a break. I just wanted to make the pun.
I need to take a break now.
Yeah.
I think that there are people that aren't quite back yet because they don't know what 5 minutes means.
I'm back.
Are
I
you?
made it. I am. I had to get my pepperoni and my cheese stick.
So here we go. Everybody can see the frighteningness that is a mimic, except that the one that we're fighting looks less like a chest of treasure and more like a a wine thing. Jake, I can respond to chat for a moment here. I will update that too. I'll make it super clear that doesn't always happen, I guess. Sadly.
I think he's calling you a liar.
He is calling me a liar. So it didn't put your guys in the actual right order when I did that though.
That is strange.
So I guess I can adjust that.
Multimedia Ace says hi.
What up, Multimedia Ace?
Hey, Multi.
That's that AC action. All right.
I'm not saying hi to Jake because he's mean.
Yeah, Jake's a
said I suck.
meanie head.
Oh, I know.
So that
My feelings are hurt.
you're getting a picture here of what they're just about to fight, Multimedia Ace. As soon as Clovis gets back, we want to make sure that we wait for everybody to be appropriately ready, and then I'm gonna go kick their butts. We got a wave at the crew from Multimedia Ace. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. That thing does look nasty, and they are nasty. We got Spangle Luxy here. Went down the row and kicked them all, and done got his foot stuck. Because they are.
Her.
Oh, sorry, they got their foot stuck.
I think Spangle
Isn't that what I
goes
said?
by a girl.
I know, but
You
fine.
said he.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan kicked it.
Ryan didn't kick anything.
Spangle Luxy.
I did kind of do the mimicking. I did. I mean,
He did. He made a
wow,
kicking
I
kick.
mimicked kicking the mimic.
So yes, she got her
Spangle
foot
Luxy
stuck.
actually kicked the mimic.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you acted it out, but Spangle did it.
I done
were the
messed
director.
up. I'm screwing up all the immersion.
Yeah, obviously.
So
Well,
All your
that's
fault.
not true because Spangle Luxy's foot is immersed in the mimic.
so we'll just hang for another minute while we wait for Clovis to get back, even though he doesn't even act first. But I figured he should be here for whatever fighting might occur here. Fighting. So, did you guys think it was gonna be a mimic all this time?
No, I had no idea.
No
clue.
idea.
Didn't see it coming.
I'm actually so very surprised.
I
I'm
know.
pretty scared.
Who knew?
No one ever suspects a mimic.
No, it's a Mimikyu. That's a Pokemon.
Me.
It's a
It's equally
terrifying
scary.
creature.
I love them.
Quite
Yeah.
possibly more frightening than a mimic here in D&D.
It wants to look like Pikachu. It's horrible.
Well, not only that, it's said that if you ever saw it, you'd go
You'd
insane.
go bad or something.
Yeah, you would lose your mind if anybody ever saw what a Mimikyu looked like. That's not the kind
It's like
of...
an Oberonth.
Yeah, it's frightening. It would just
But it just
wreck
wants
your
to be
brain.
loved.
I know, it's very kind, it's loving, but its mere sight would drive you to insanity.
Yeah, it's not evil like a Drifloon. Look it up.
Wait, what should Drifloon do?
Nerd alert!
It's a Pokemon. Don't talk about Pokemon and be like, oh, that's a Pokemon.
Wait, no,
It,
wait,
uh, It's a balloon type Pokemon that carries little children away.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's terrifying.
I'm liking this.
Yeah, Pokemon are great.
There's some really messed up
gets
Pokemon.
dark.
It sure does. Oh man. So you know what? We can start explaining what you're seeing, I guess. Like let me make sure everything's in frame here. Spangle. Oh, do you also have half health? Or less
No.
than full health?
I think
No, I
all
have-
of us pop potions at after we ate that
I
crossbow.
didn't pop my potion. I used one of my other like level ones was Spangle Luxie cast heal upon herself.
Okay,
Oh,
so
nice.
so
she's at.
it's currently says you're at 9 of 13. Is that accurate
Yes.
or no? Okay, all right.
That's accurate.
all right. Cool.
Cool.
And everybody's good. Clovis is also lower than his maximum health at 10 out of 15. It seems.
About to give one shot.
So yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna hop into mansplaining what this bad boy looks like. I can find Kurt's offline image again, the offline image of shame. Offline. No, but I'm sure he'll be back. I'll turn it back on.
Open.
Hopefully.
So yes.
Did I already use my channel divinity? I feel as though I did, but
Yes.
I don't. I think I
you
did.
slapped someone in the face to heal them, like specifically.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Corbin.
Yeah, so it's good for us to all keep track of our how many spells we use. There, if you have your spell sheet open, you can click on the dots as you use them to kind of like give yourself an indicator. I know we lost our bard. Where did he go? 5 minutes is never actually 5 minutes for a bard. So you've kicked this thing, and you hear this guttural groan as your foot sticks against the sticky adhesive barrel that up until this moment resembled exactly one of the barrels next to it. It one for one perfect replica until you hit the barrel with your foot. Is it you wearing boots? You're wearing slippers? Are you barefooted? Oh, tell me you're barefoot.
Oh heck no.
Oh,
No.
man, bummer.
Sensible pumps.
Okay, all right, that tracks. So your sensible pumps might be ruined because they are stickied up. They are stuck against this thing, and you hear it go. And these teeth start to form as the front of the barrel that appeared to be a perfectly flat piece of wood that was keeping all of the contents of said barrel inside just start to spring teeth as it kind of cracks open in the middle, and it opens this disgusting maw that you see right there in the picture. So all of that, but without the treasure chest as far as the that outline. So that's like the front part of the barrel, and you see like this little tongue kind of stick itself out and start like whipping its way in your general direction. So you are done grappled against it. You are stuck, and you are going to take some 18 hits, right? Your AC. Wait, 18 plus
I think
5.
18 hits all of us.
No, not all of us.
What?
So that is a 23 to your AC. Is that a hit?
No.
23 is not a hit.
No, I mean, no, I don't like it.
Oh, okay. All right. You take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, jeez.
Owie.
Owie!
Welcome back, Clovis.
I guess it probably got a higher initiative roll than us.
It got a higher initiative roll than all of you. However,
Add it together.
It is now Corbin's turn to act.
Okay. What do you think? I should shoot it from back here and let Spangle just stay there?
So
right.
valiant.
All right. Can I run up and try to pull Spangle out of the danger zone?
You can certainly try.
You know,
Okay.
just tell Spangle to undo her shoe.
All right. I'm going to run up and use my axe and try to free Spangle.
Are you trying to chop his leg off? Chop her leg off, or what are you trying to do?
I'm going to hit it real hard with that. Not Spangle's leg.
It's
Not Spangle's
PG-13.
leg.
You're gonna have to quit it real hard too.
I'm going to hit it real hard with the axe and hope for the best and pull Spangle out as soon as I hit. Try to do a pull
Hit
move.
it and pull
And then your reaction to pull her out.
So
Yeah.
okay, well let's keep this PG. So are you hitting The wine barrel? Or are you hitting Spangle? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I'm going for the wine barrel. I'm not trying
Okay,
to
all right, okay,
Spangle at all.
cool. Go ahead.
I'm trying to attack and then do like maybe it'll be shocked or slightly taken aback by my hit and I can pull Spangle
Okay.
to safety. That's my goal. So let's see how this goes. All right, hand axe.
Your hand axe makes contact. Go ahead and roll damage. Bloop. Bloop. 4 damage. However, your hand axe stays stickied right there, adhered to said mimic.
Oh no.
You have no hand axe.
I have no hand axe. Okay. But what about
and I'll say
Spangle?
that it's as far as mechanics go, it's not really something you can either kind of attack or you can try to use an action like that. But you are in a position where next turn, if you so choose, you can pull her away as your action, if that's what you want.
Nope. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
I'll just stand next to Spangle.
All right. So
in solidarity.
Let's see, Beatrice, you are up next.
Okay. So Spangle's foot still in the mimic.
Still in the mimic.
Did the mimic recoil or anything like that when he got hit?
Yeah, no, it clearly, like, you know, it took a chunk out of like the little bits of the boards of the barrel. So it looked, it still resembles a barrel though. It looks like somebody took an axe to it, but the axe is still sticking out of it. It's like shunk, and then it's stuck there like an idiot that's chopping wood and doesn't know that you have to go at an angle and you got to go like, it just stuck straight in.
Okay.
But it definitely hurt it.
Let's see. I think I want to go up and try to help Lexi out, like Corbin did, and just.
Are you trying to pull her away?
Yeah. Are there teeth latched to her foot?
No. It's
Okay.
There's no teeth.
Okay.
It's there's it seems sticky. Like as soon as Luxie kicked it, they weren't able to pull their foot back.
Right,
it just kind of stuck like super glue.
I want to try to pull her foot out of the sticky glue.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me. I guess what we're gonna do there is I'd like you to give me a it's a give me a dexterity save throw. And you yank and you try to wiggle it free from there and you don't quite make it out.
Oh, I tried, Lexi. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
All right, Spangle Luxie, it is your turn.
Oh wow, wasn't expecting that.
It's gonna go in order, guys. Be ready.
Okay, well, just because I was so far down the initiative ladder.
Actually, Clovis, did you not roll?
I did.
Oh, for whatever reason, it didn't put you into the order. Yeah, so let me add you in here because you actually get to go before that. Let me add turn. And Clovis, you were at a 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
All right, so sorry, I skipped you. You could have.
That's okay.
You were supposed to go earlier. So you can go ahead and take your turn now, Clovis.
Well, so I had an action ready, for shooting.
But it didn't actually open up to the one that you were pointing at, which was one with Corbin.
Then I said, well, when she left, I was going to follow her.
Okay. So you were behind her.
Well, I was going to, yeah. I mean, I was going to follow. I wasn't going to actually move because that would have scared me. But I was going to I was going to spin around with my.
Okay.
And that's I'm covering you.
Gotcha. So then you go ahead and do what you were going to do when your turn readied and your turn came up.
Okay, I would have shot. I would have let loose a bolt.
Okay, go ahead and shoot.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot. Do. Character sheet, core, move down. Not that. Light crossbow.
I guess you were a little bit nervous at the time.
I was very nervous.
You were so nervous. And you were tracking and you were ready to take the shot. And as soon as it popped open and she couldn't get her foot off, you just like were like, ah, and you just missed. Big old miss.
But so now that I see her, now it's my turn, right?
Right. Now you're ready to go.
I'm standing a little more. I spread my feet a little bit more. I take aim. I'm really like breathing in, breathing out.
Absolutely. Show us how it's done.
And I'm gonna quiggly this. There we go.
Almost.
I'm giving her the old.
Your first shot was like way high.
College of Lore try.
Yeah, the College of Lore, maybe College of Valor would have been the better choice. So, the lore heads they never really worked with the crossbows. So, the mimic, this dexterous mimic, takes a quick dodge, and you hear what you think. Actually, give me an insight check.
Insight check. Insight. I know it's over here. Why don't I see it?
You hear what you believe to be a chuckle come from this thing when you miss twice.
So as a bonus action, I am going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Luxie.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Luxie, you can do it. Think of all the things. And that just like the things is very descriptive in like all of our adventures. She knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah, no.
And that D6 can be added to her skill check bonus or whatever.
Sure. When she remembers all the things.
Yes.
So Spangle, you are up. Kyre, you are next. So be ready.
Wagon wheels and helping people and flowers and fields.
Are those the things?
Those were
the things.
Okay, that's good.
Those are just some of them.
Yeah, so she's that's her Bene Gesserit litany against fear, pretty much.
Good.
So if she's wearing sensible pumps, is it just her shoe that's stuck in this thing?
You'd have to find out. Are you willing to relinquish your shoe?
When it's being held in the maw of like some horrible.
It's not in the maw. Let's get that clear. You kicked it and it's stuck. Like if you think about it, you go to kick the tires at a car, and just one of them, your foot just stuck on, and you can't get it off.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the car starts eating you. Yeah, it's not the car that is stuck with your shoe.
Yeah. No.
How much do you love these shoes?
Yeah. Do these shoes matter to you?
Not as much as my life.
Fair. Okay.
They're nice shoes. They really match the outfit. It's like the exact same shade of blue.
Maybe
that
we'll
like
get
her pantsuit.
back.
Yeah.
Let's
all right. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I am going to kick off my shoe as best I can and duck away.
All right. I will let you as your action take off your shoe. And if you would like to do that, you certainly can try to move away from it.
I would like to try to move away so that... Oh, God. Here we go. Yeah. Here's me cowering into the corner over here.
Okay, so that's what you're going to attempt to do. Got it. All right.
That's what I'm going to attempt to do. Except...
no, there's no except. You successfully are able to get away from it, but you are a shoeless Spangle, henceforth to be known. So you have no shoe on.
Is chugging a potion a free action?
No, that is to consume a potion is a action, and to administer a potion to somebody else would be a bonus action, and then your action to to give it to someone else and to give it would be your action and a bonus action. So no, you are actionless. Okay. Unless you want to put your shoe back on.
It's still stuck against
the back in there.
All right.
Yeah,
so
right back up.
You are next.
Step back in.
Go for it.
I guess I can just stay where I am. I suppose I'll shoot a little Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
So
Eldritch Blast.
that's a miss.
That is indeed a miss. Now
Ooh.
you said you have you said you had a advantage, right? Or no?
I thought I had inspiration, but maybe it just never got clicked off from. I don't recall using it, but
I don't think you used it.
I don't think I have done much of anything.
So Beatrice and Spangle still have their advantage from giving the breakdown for today. So let me add those in real quick. Advantage Spangle and advantage Beatrice. Because you guys contributed to the recap.
Oh, okay.
Sorry that I didn't add those earlier. So let's see who's up next is Mimi. And
Mimi's here?
Mimi's here. Mimi, well, she kind of lumbers forward. She forward,
Like a chair.
like a chair. And Mimi is going to go ahead and trying to use the little sticky tongue and lick a tongue and try to grab onto the ranger to the north. And let's see, that is a 21 to hit, and you are at less than that, right?
20.
Yeah.
Why do you have 58? Did you do something stupid? You have 58 for your health. Your health is not
What?
58.
No, my card read 20 out of 20 right now.
Oh.
What are you talking
What
about?
did you do, Jay?
No,
Yeah, thanks for blaming me, man.
No, well, it came up on my thing as that was weird. I don't know what it is.
Did you do something stupid?
No, I didn't mean to. If I did.
Oh.
All right, I'll
Okay.
refresh it. Hold on. All right. Well, yours on your side says. Well, let me check on this one.
20
Okay.
out of 20.
Yeah. So on this screen we have 20. That's good. Okay. Cool. Shut up, Jason. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are adhered to this mimic. She has you stuck on the tongue. So she lobs her pseudopod at you, and it flops on your cheek like a big wet kiss for 7
Ugh.
damage, and it is stuck there.
Mm-mm. Womp womp.
And now you
Bummer.
have coronavirus.
That's how you get it.
That's the main cause of it. All right, Clovis.
Fourth wall.
It's you.
All right. This time I'm like, I am not joking around. And I'm like, I can do this. I am the person that can do this. And that's what
There
a
you go.
person that can do it.
Yeah, that's what a person that can do it does, and you do it. You do it.
I do it.
Doo-doo.
Do it.
All right, so
And I say something like, how do you like me now? Something like that.
you give me an insight check.
Insight.
You don't notice anything interesting that happens when you do it.
Oh man.
But you done did it. You do it. All right, Corbin, you are stuck on her. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. Where am I stuck? What did it do to me?
On your cheek. Its tongue is on your cheek.
You've seen are you familiar with Pokemon?
Licky tongue, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lick a tongue,
sure.
and it's gone,
Yeah.
it's gone, and it's got this pseudopod tongue that goes out of its mouth and goes, boom, and it's right on your cheek. But it's a lot wetter than that and sticky. So it's like, boom, that kind of thing, and it's stuck there, and you can't pull away. Or you could try to pull away, but you'd have to do it.
It would be difficult.
Yeah. What should I do here? All I have is. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get away. I'm gonna do my damnedest here and get away.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me just roll a 20.
Roll a 20.
You do not. You do not get away.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
fair.
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, I can't. I can fudge a lot. I can't do that. Beatrice.
I'm going to bust out my dagger and try to slice at the tongue that is currently adhered to Corbin's cheek
All
to
right.
hopefully get him away
How
from it.
close to Corbin's cheek are you going?
Not too terribly
Shave.
close. Like
Ooh, close shave.
like it's here on his cheek. I'm gonna try to kind of this level.
Just watch the beard.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that fits. So go
Alright.
ahead and give me that dagger attack.
Please, please, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, you certainly you dagger it. Now that green one means that if you wanted, you used your advantage, and I don't. It's kind of unfair to do it that way, but it works. You could get a crit, and with the crit, you would be doing double damage. So it's up to you.
all right, why not? I'll do it. Get some damage on that thing.
All right. So go ahead and hit the dagger button, and then we'll add the maximum for the damage. Oh, it actually already did it in there, and you did get a 4 out of it. So, so you got you essentially rolled 2d4 plus 3. So that comes out to 11.
Yay!
That's a lot of damage.
Damn. Good job.
And I freed his cheek, but not damaged the beard.
No, you did not
How's my
free him.
beard?
You did damage
Okay.
to the monster though.
Okay.
Oh, good. Beard's
yes.
okay though, right? That's the important
Beard
part.
is
Yeah.
totally. You're so good on the beard. Don't worry about it. Spangle Luxie, shoeless Luxie, shoeless Spangle. What did I say? Shoeless Spangle. That makes more sense. There's alliteration.
Right. So Spangle Luxie is going to whip out that healing potion, and then look at it and look at the our rangers that are
Corbin.
in close combat with this thing, and look back over at Kair and say, "Oh, doesn't know what to do." And she's going to drop the concentration spell she had going on to the on Kair, seeing that Kair is safe, and she is going to bless. Yeah. So I'm going to completely waste that spell that I sent and instead go cast on Yon Blast. That'll be my third first level spell gone. Cast at first level, submit.
All right, who are you blessing?
Okay, I had to click it so I can see how many I could select. So up to 3 creatures of my choice. So it's definitely going to be both of Yon Rangers and let's see here, Clovis, you were shooting with a crossbow, right?
I am.
You've got a crossbow versus what size is your crossbow?
It's a light crossbow.
It's a light crossbow. So is that like a D8 or what?
It's a smaller version. It's not very powerful.
Guys,
All
the
right.
size doesn't matter. It's a crossbow.
It's how you use it.
Exactly.
I just want to know how deep he's going to stick it. So it's I'm going to go with the Eldritch Blast fellow over here. I'm going to go ahead and give. Oh gosh, yeah. I'll go ahead and give Kair the third. So Rangers and Kair are all going to be blessed. So I don't take the potion for myself. And I say, "Oh, Goddess, you've got to help us now!" And I bless up to the 3 creatures. Whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw for the next minute, do I need to keep track of that minute, or are you going to do that, Mr. DM?
Nope, that'll be fine. That'll be for this fight. Don't you get to use it
10
one time?
turns.
Okay, all right. Then you can roll at D4 and add that number to your attack or saving throw.
No, that's as long as you keep concentration. So
As long as I keep concentration.
yeah, for up to a minute.
Which-
So 10 turns.
Up
But
to a minute. Yeah.
it should be. It shouldn't last 10 turns. If it lasts 10 turns, you guys have
We're
already
dead.
lost.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got a bless on the Rangers and the Warlock.
Yes.
Kair, what are you gonna do with that blessing? What are you gonna do with all that blessing?
And then I'm gonna give another Eldritch Blast a shot.
All right, go for it.
I think I'm gonna have to roll the D4.
Yeah, you are.
Ooh.
Do it.
Get your bless on.
Do it.
God, is
I
that
think
one?
that's a
12.
miss.
No, that is actually a hit.
Oh, cool.
So go ahead and roll your
Thank you,
damage for that Eldritch Blast. And that's
Ah,
a
just five.
5 force damage.
Well, I thought I had a thing that
What does it sound like?
it adds in my should add in my charisma too, but I guess maybe it automatically does.
Scroll over the
did-
5.
No, it doesn't
does.
seem to have. It looks like it was just a 1d10. Oh, was that the thing that you were wondering why you couldn't take it?
No, that's a different thing. That's the ritual casting. The one I picked was it's called the agonizing blast.
Because it has it in the attack roll. The 3 charisma plus 2 proficiency, which is how you got to the 10 with your roll of 5.
Oh,
is it for
okay,
the damage or
my
is it
bad.
for
I
the
thought it
attack?
was, when you cast Eldritch Blast, add your charisma modifier to the damage it deals on a hit.
Okay, so then it's another 3 damage, right? Is that
So
your
8.
charisma?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, works for me. You guys have done some damage to it. I want an insight check from our bard again.
Oh, not me.
No.
The bard is casting insight.
Yeah, you seem to think that this thing, like, it's reacting more than just how you would be like an animal would react, like some monstrosity. You think that it kind of like braced as it saw that Eldritch Blast coming its way, and it kind of like tried to, like, oh god, it's here, it comes again. Like it knew that something was coming, and more than what you would expect in like some other monstrosity or animal to do. All right, so let's see. Next up is our resident Mimic, and she has a ranger in her grasp that she is going to go ahead and attack.
Wait a minute. What ranger?
You.
No, she cut the tongue off. I'm good.
No.
She didn't cut the tongue. She
did cut
attempted.
the tongue.
I thought I was safe from that. Okay.
She hurt its tongue. So she lobs her bite in your direction, and you take 7 piercing damage as well as 4 acid damage. So 11 damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm down to
unconscious.
2 HP.
Oh, nice.
All right. And Clovis.
Did anyone notice when Kair shot that blast, it reacted so strangely? I wonder. I'm gonna. Mimic, did you eat those gnomes?
Are you using your action to try to communicate with it, or are you just saying that out loud?
I am, as I move further away, because that frightened me. When it like reacted that way, my adventures of fighting monsters with Luxie has been limited.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to communicate with it.
Just communicate, or are
I'm asking a question. I'm asking it that question.
There's no response if you're just asking a question. If you're trying to maybe like intimidate it or something else, communicate it.
Yeah, I'm trying to back it into a corner. I'm saying, do not eat my friends. Put that down, or this butt kicking is gonna continue.
Oh, all right. So
you saw the light flash from my guy's hand. That's gonna happen again.
So go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
I'm gonna give you an intimidation check. I'm gonna roll that. Can I do a? That sucks. The roll's already there. What if?
I'm sorry.
You can't use inspiration. If I use inspiration, I'm looking to roll it again.
Well,
wait a minute. You got double ones.
I know.
You rolled 1 twice. I don't. So, what I'll allow you to do is give me an insight check, even though you've already done one for the turn. It doesn't. Are you taking the 12 or the 17? You have an advantage die, so you have a choice.
I'm gonna use it. Yes, I'll use my advantage die.
So you, with your absolutely pathetic attempt to intimidate this mimic who feels very much in control of the fight, although you don't succeed in intimidating it, you do feel as though you recognize that this isn't your normal mimic. Not that you've had dealings with many mimics before, but you've read of mimics.
I know. I'm College of Lore.
Yeah, College of Lore. Like, you know all about mimics. I mean, mimics are like, you've had mimics for breakfast.
Book smart wise, mimics and me are like this.
Right. And what you know of mimics is that, they're motivated by hunger. This one seems to have some level of intelligence. This one seems to have kind of like reacted in a way that you believe, like, you see it kind of chuckling at your absolutely abysmal attempt to intimidate it. It does not seem intimidated, but you do glean from its reaction that it understood what you said, and it's maybe playing the part of playing the part of a normal mimic.
Okay.
Next up is Corbin, and for what it's worth, Clovis knows that. I know I said it to everybody. Clovis is the one that has that information, not anybody else. Like you heard me say it.
We did all hear that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he noticed it. He can convey it to you on his turn if he'd like, but in his little 6-second span of time that each of these turns encompasses, where we're all acting as an individual. Yeah.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, since I am messed up. Just hoping for the best here. So
somebody may have redeemed you a potion.
I'm trying to give it over here.
It might be a better call than
oh yeah, it will be if I have a potion.
So if you're gonna use it, I'm not gonna find it over here. I'm just gonna
I'm gonna use it, and let's apply it. And
there's Corbin. Corbin has a potion, and then Corbin has no potion.
Okay, I'd like to use it. What do I how much do I get from it?
You get the max.
Yeah,
full health.
2d4
okay.
plus
no, you don't go to max health. You get the maximum that it heals, which
is
2d4 plus 2, right? 2d4
so
plus
10.
2.
2d4.
It's in all of your journals, so you can always.
No, you don't need to write. You don't need to roll it.
No, you just get 10. We're playing it a little bit different.
Okay, there you go. I'm back at 12. Okay. And
so that was your
turn, right?
That was your action. You still have the ability to do a move if you so choose.
Yeah, can he? He's like,
can I try to run the F away from this thing?
He's grappled currently, but if you wanted to try to get out of the grapple, wait, you already used your
his action.
Yeah, you already used your action. Yeah, sorry, no. you can't move.
What can I do right now then? Can
nothing.
You used a potion?
Thing.
I used my potion. Okay, I'm done.
All right, cool. So, Beatrice.
I'm gonna take another stab at it. Stab.
Take a stab at it.
Take a stab.
Again, trying to free my ranger friend. Yeah.
You do connect with the tongue that is on him. Let's see how much damage you do. Woo. It winces in pain. And the next up is Spangle.
Sorry for the blood you're probably getting all over your face and beard.
That's fine.
Or like
don't turn the beard.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So through whatever means, Corbin has a healing potion coming to him, right?
He already used it.
I just used it.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Let me back up a tiny bit.
The 2d4 there. I see that. Okay.
Well, we see that,
great.
but I will say, there's an imaginary, like a magical, like, glittering that coalesces in front of you, kind of like the from the holodeck on Star Trek, and it just kind of goes and it comes into your vision right in front of you for you to grab out of the air, Corbin, and and hopefully you took that advantage and grabbed it instead of letting it fall to the ground. But it has like a, it's like surge action potion is the brand name of this particular potion, and it's prominently displayed over the front of it. It's like, surge, no longer available in the real world. So that was the brand of potion that you received, and then drank, and then discarded, or you keep in the bottle. Do you collect the bottles? Do you have a collection? Potion bottles, Corbin? I'm asking you a question. I don't know. Okay, all right. You throw it on the ground.
Spangle Luxie looks off at some random angle at nothing. Just thank you so much.
Yeah. This ad break brought to you by Surge.
Guaranteed to fill you to 10 hit points.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
All right, Spangle.
Right. Okay. So Spangle is debating whether she wants to go toss her, because you. That's how I'm going to go to. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cast the my cantrip, the Sacred Flame, at this thing. Now, for the Bardic Inspiration, can I use that like on the damage?
No, it's the same thing as your bless.
So
only it's a D6, and you can only do it one time.
But I want to.
Before you roll this, somebody has redeemed a random advantage. Thanks for doing this in combat, that it might actually matter. So for whatever reason, my stupid things aren't popping off correctly as I expected that they wouldn't. So we're going to roll a 100-sided die in chat so everybody sees it and it's fair. D100. And I will say out loud that on a 95 or 96 to 100, the advantage is going to me. In increments of 19, it'll go Clovis is the first 19, Kair is the second 19, Beatrice, Corbin, Spangle, in that order up to 95. So we'll see where it lands, and that person is who gets advantage. If it happens to land on Clovis, Beatrice, or Spangle, then there it is wasted, and that is not going to happen, hopefully. Thank you so much. And this ad break brought to you by Sonic, with that Reese's Jout that you had up on Facebook, Beatrice. So
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Go up there to get that. I'm sorry.
All right,
yeah.
So we're rolling it, and you're hoping for no 96, 97, 98, 99, or 100. And it's not. That's good. So first 19 is Clovis, second 19 is Kair, third 19 is Beatrice, and our random advantage kind of gets a little bit wasted. But it was fun to do, and I will try to make sure it's actually automated moving forward, because it works on the back end, and I don't know why it doesn't work when it gets redeemed. So we're working on that. Technical difficulties. All right.
42.
So
Now,
it's 42.
what makes
It's the meaning
that
of life.
wasted?
It's the meaning of life.
Because she already has advantage.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Me? Wait, what? Me?
Uh-huh.
Didn't I already? Oh, okay.
No, you used it last time.
Yeah, I thought I used it. No?
Oh, well, then we got it back.
Yay!
All part of the plan.
Sorry, I was
right.
playing around with it.
You have it either
Sorry.
way.
Because you didn't use it. I mean, you used it on the dagger slice.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
she used it on the dagger slice.
Okay.
Daggering.
So I didn't mean to interrupt. I was playing around with the
No.
thingy.
It was good. So that wasn't wasted. That's good.
Play around with it.
Now you can continue, Spangle. Sorry.
Okay.
If it would have landed on you, I guess you still already have your advantage. It wouldn't have mattered as much.
Right. Okay. Well, Spangle Luxie is going to move up a bit, so she's not going to be shooting through Beatrice. So I'm going to aim for the gap here while still staying well out of licky range from this thing.
Mind the gap.
Yep, mind the gap between the train and the platform. So yeah, we're going to. I'm going to cast the Sacred Flame. Do I have to declare if I'm using advantage before, or can I wait to see what I roll to decide on advantage?
So it's kind of weird. I wonder how most people do it. I would say that no, you wouldn't have to declare advantage beforehand, but
Because
No,
it rolls 2 dice for you.
You get
And
the
I've
first.
got the bardic inspiration as well.
Yeah, that I think that you have to declare if you're going to use. I don't know. Let me see.
No, just before I tell you if it hits or not.
Yes. So bardic inspiration would be after the roll, but before the DM tells you the results of said roll.
Right. Yes.
Which is a very small window, if you ask me. But
Not if Jay knows you might use it, though. You'll probably wait a sec.
Or the opposite. As soon as you hit it,
You're like, boom.
you missed. Sorry, go. Sorry.
I'm just gonna wait till he takes a bite of his thing, and then.
Sacred Flame this jount.
All right. All right. So let me hit that.
Let me hit
Where's the
that.
button for doing this? That one? No.
Is Sacred Flame just
do I cast it? There you go.
a save throw?
Boop.
It's a pop up.
Oh yeah. So it's a saving throw. So I don't get shoot. So actually.
You hit it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, 12's hit.
Well then.
Well, this is a saving
On
throw.
dexterity.
Well, it actually has pretty good dexterity. So go ahead and it was a 4 damage. It says 4 radiant.
Yeah, 4 radiant damage. That's what it says, yeah. Take it all.
Took it. All right, next up is Kair. Show me what you're working with. Sonic.
You know what? I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to just click it. Can I do the thing? Nope, doesn't happen. Maybe this? Yes, that. So I'm going to try to hit it with Fey Presence and ask it to let go of Corbin because we have more food up in the pantry. That's because he's my friend, and he should believe me.
Yay!
Assuming that my warlock spell save is a 13.
Sorry, I'm just reading it.
I gotcha.
13 on a wisdom save.
Yes.
Is this a spell? Is this a level 1 spell?
This is I get it from my patron.
Sorry, Anthony.
So it's it doesn't work.
It wised up to you. You expect that you communicated with it.
It looks like that Beatrice and Corbin would also have to make that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, but they'll just be charmed and like me. Like that's fine. I don't mind if they like me.
Yeah, go ahead and you have to. It's a 10-foot cube originating from this spot. So.
Yeah.
But what if I already like you?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a lot worse or better.
How we met.
Yeah, I actually like him less now.
Let's get that wisdom saving throw. Come on, we're waiting.
On me?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Both. Yeah.
Rangers.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
Wisdom saving throw.
God.
Stay with us. Stay with us, Corbin.
I didn't realize that was us. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Oh.
Courtney loves me.
Oh man.
I
Beatrice
still
does
like
love you.
him less than before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
All right. Mimi is up. Mimicry. And she is going to go ahead and take a bite out of Crime. Crime is her nickname for you, Corbin.
Okay. Let's get lucky.
She hits you, and you take an additional.
Oh, just create you. That's why Jay's looking at the book.
No.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that it was the correct amount. So it's 7 plus 4, 11 damage total.
So I have 1. Great.
Oh.
He's not out
You've got
yet.
it ready to go.
Oh, sorry.
It's a cantrip. You get to keep it. All right, Clovis.
I ain't dying yet.
Give it time.
So I take this like really, really aggressive stance. I say, listen, I know last time you may have had a hard time understanding about the whole blasting from the fingertips, but you see that ranger down there with a knife that's been shaving your face? Let go of my friend.
Is this?
And I'm trying to intimidate. I'm trying to intimidate it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab it more. Stab.
Stabby stab.
Stab.
The mimic takes a moment, and you see it ponder what you've said, and it actually releases Corbin from its grasp, and you see it kind of think for a minute, not an actual minute because that would be way too long, but you see
It pauses.
you see it pause and think what you discern as it taking a moment to think about the damage it's taken, whether or not this is all worth it. What do you have said before, the laughable shots that you've given it with your crossbow.
I hit it. I hit it once.
And you see it going over all these things in its mind.
Listen. You can live. You can leave here with your life. Okay? You can mimic again another day. All I need you to do is get out of this cave, and I am a man of short stature, but we'll let you live. But you gotta go.
Okay. So it didn't. If you it's listened to you, but it is not instantly doing what you are that you're attempting to persuade it to do. But it had stopped attacking and it let go of Corbin. Are you going to do any movement?
Yes, I am going to move. I'm going to move here.
Okay. Also, give me an insight check.
All right, I can do that. I know exactly where that is.
Not this time.
Yeah.
Advantage, maybe? Like,
I used it last time.
oh.
You think it really heard you.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's nice to feel heard. Like sometimes that's all that you need.
Yeah.
All right, Corbin, you're up.
All right, so let me go. I'm getting as far away from it as I can right now, and I'd like to. Can I get away and use a spell on myself, or is that a no-no?
Yeah,
You
no,
can do
you can
that.
you can do movement and an action.
But you
All
can
right,
only move your distance. Unless you're doing dash, then you couldn't do that.
What's my
Or
distance?
you could also, Corbin, your action could be to disengage, which would allow you to move away without invoking an attack of opportunity
But
from.
then he certainly would not be able to use anything else.
I need
yeah.
to heal. Where
But
the heck
if
is
you
my
move away, there's a
distance?
chance you might get slapped down on your way out.
So you could always heal first and then run if you were looking to do that.
Could do that.
All right, so I'll heal. I'll use Cure Wounds on myself. Let's go to spells, Cure Wounds, cast level 1.
So you heal up 7 points of damage. You go to 8.
Yeah.
Back up to 8.
Okay,
Then what are you gonna do?
getting the heck away from it.
Okay.
Why is Jason so excited?
Because when
Get
you
away
move
from it,
away
just do
from a
what you're gonna do.
character,
You're about to
just
get
do
hit.
it. Just do it. You just gotta
You'll
do it.
see.
Okay, where am I? I don't.
I'm sure you read all the player's handbook that you said that you were gonna go through. So. Stop. Okay, that happens. As you are leaving its sphere of influence, we are going to see what happens. Watch what happens live. Yeah, so 21 beats your AC. It is going to take a bite out of crime, and it attempts to bite you for 11 damage.
Oh.
And you fall unconscious in this space right here. You're not dead, but you are unconscious. Excuse me. But for what it's worth, it has taken its reaction that it can take in this turn. So anybody else that needs to move away from it would be able to move away from it without invoking an opportunity of attack. An opportunity attack. So, Beatrice.
I'm gonna get super.
wait. Hold on. You used a level 1 spell, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you could sprout wings.
You used a level 1 spell before it actually happened. So you may end up retconning something here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, let's see what cool, awesome thing happens to you. And I will tell you I'll let you roll the d20, and I'll tell you want an 18 or a 19, not a 20, and not any of the other numbers, but an 18 or a 19 specifically. If you can give me an 18 or a 19 on this 20 roll, no, okay.
Nope.
So
Still out.
You turn this beautiful shade of blue, the same color that Spangle is glowing. You look like a Smurf, and then you are deftly dealt with as you try to run away from it, and it chomps on you. But something cool could have happened if you rolled an 18 or a 19. Just letting you know. Next up, we have Beatrice. You didn't go yet.
Oh.
No, I haven't gone yet. So Corbin is knocked out, right?
That is correct.
You
Okay.
drag him away.
I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna be so upset that my friend here got knocked out, and I'm gonna stab again because stabbing has seemed to work for me lately.
Yeah, you've been pretty stabby.
You're so
Yeah,
lucky you don't stick to it whenever you hit
There
it.
is a hand axe sticking in it right now.
Yeah,
for me still.
It's lucky those daggers haven't been sticking every single time you've hit it.
I'm gonna hope my rage goes for me at this time. So,
Looks like it
not
hit.
bad.
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
You hit it, and
Okay.
go ahead and roll damage. 7.
Give it.
Strong dagger.
That's yeah.
See, I told you stabbing is working.
Clearly.
Just stab all the things.
Stabby.
Piercing. Pierce,
And,
pierce,
and you
pierce,
might want to
pierce,
be
pierce,
careful.
pierce, pierce.
Apparently,
Yeah,
I'm really
geez.
good with daggers.
Yeah,
Except
seriously,
you
stay away
really,
from her.
really like me right now.
All right, Spangle, what would you like to do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Spangle is going to see how much movement I got. 1,
I'm
2,
jealous.
3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to come up right next to it and yank Corbin behind me. I can't drag his thing. I'm going to.
Put yourself where you want him.
Right. Well, let's see. Can I click over here? Kind of like. There you go. I want to drag Corbin there.
Okay.
And
I'll say that's your bonus action.
that's my bonus action. And instead of spare the dying, what I'm actually going to do is take my healing potion and chuck that down his throat.
Yeah.
Not if you are.
Not if you move him.
Not if you move him. You can do that if you want to leave him where he was. Because I gave you that as your bonus action to move him.
Oh.
But to administer, that would be your bonus action.
Oh.
Your action and bonus action.
Yeah, and your action.
Ooh.
Is it good, Jay?
It's very yummy. I mean, it's just like a Reese's McFlurry, but the ice cream is kind of like peanut buttery too. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, they're gonna sue you for that. You shouldn't have said that on stream.
You can say peanut buttery.
McDonald's is coming for you, man.
Oh, no, what are you gonna do? They only have like 3 McFlurries now.
Really?
They've
Only-
got
Can you still get
vanilla and Oreo.
Okay, I don't care. As long as you can get Oreo, that's fine.
And M&M.
Oh, and M&M too.
I think so.
Oreo.
Yeah, yes, M&M. That's one I get, Ant.
They got rid of the Reese's one, which is the only one I liked.
Sad.
That's an outrage.
And
It
Butterfinger.
is.
The Butterfinger was good too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
M&M all the way.
Right.
So if I'm dragging Corbin, can I still do a cantrip afterwards?
If you
or is
want to drag him as your action, you can still do a cantrip as your bonus action.
Can you?
Yes.
Can
cantrip, a bonus action can be used as a cantrip can be used as a bonus action.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It depends.
You can cast a spell and then a first level spell, and then if you have a bonus action still, you can still cast a cantrip.
Oh, neat.
Okay, then if that's the case, then I think I'm gonna still drag Corbin out of danger's way, and then I will do the cast the spare the dying on him. So there'll be no death saves today. Thank you.
Sure. So, and Kurt, the the other parts of it are that the spell that you would have cast, if you are casting a spell as your action and then doing a bonus action as your cantrip, both have to have a cast time of only an action for the cantrip. And
one action. Okay, I got it.
Depending on the order that you do things, like if you do your cantrip first as your bonus action, that is a one action thing, and then your spell afterwards that requires concentration, then you can do that. And you have to make sure that you have whatever faculties are available to accommodate both of those things.
So you could do your cantrip first, and then you'll bonus that, and then do your action of spell.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad I don't have spell slots anymore.
Yeah. So you spare the dying on him.
I spare the dying on him.
What does stable mean?
It means you don't have to make any death saving throws. No, he's still unconscious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He just doesn't have to make any death saving throws. He's not any of the other things. Yeah, don't yawn. No yawning. Mute your mic if you're gonna yawn.
And as part of like as
it.
I'm casting spare the dying, like as I'm touching, I'm putting my bottle like on his chest, like folding his hands over the bottle.
You're leaving it there.
Just leaving it there.
Sure.
So I can turn and face that horrible mimic. Oh, you're so nasty.
Nasty boy. All right, Kair, what do you got?
I will move a little bit closer to the mimic, and I will try to hit it with my great club, actually.
Do it.
So, boop.
Yeah, that
Looks
hits.
like it hit, then boop. So a 7. And that's, I think that's it from me.
As you bludgeon and you come down on the mimic, it sticks to the mimic.
Okay.
So you have it's got a hand axe and a great club that are just kind of
stuck.
It's like one of those it has all the paper clips on it. They're just kind of hanging on it. Like a chair.
Like a chair. You can just start throwing
Stabbing
stuff onto it.
All right, so
Stabbing it works.
Mimi weighs out her options here, and she sees a very low person who just tried to take her lunch away. And she is going to go ahead and take a nom nom in the direction of our.
Oh my.
She misses.
That's the first miss.
And she
Yes.
she tries to take a bite out of crime and doesn't quite get there. She doesn't have anybody grappled currently, so she doesn't have advantage on her attacks. So
Yeah, that's why she hasn't missed.
no, she's had an easy time. All right, next up is Clovis Bookstring.
All right. All right. Unfortunately, you guys are all surrounding it. Guys.
Are there cards? You can do it. Thread the needle. Shoot it.
I can shoot it, but I tried to warn you. I warned you. I gave you a chance to back away. You didn't. You did let go, my friend, though. I do appreciate that.
They tried to back away. Like shouting over
but
my
then you bit him. You did it. You did that. I'm gonna shoot you. I did. That's what I gotta do. I tried to tell you to stop, to be a good mimic. I mean, I've known other mimics. They're not all bad.
You did your best, Clovis.
5 damage.
Yeah. And next time it's gonna be worse.
No, I want to know. I want to know how this bolt pierces through the faceplate of this previously innocuous barrel and ends its life.
Well, I say to it, I say, this hurts me more than it's going to hurt you. but unfortunately, it's going to hurt you a lot. And I like take aim, I breathe in, I blow my hair out of my face, and I'm just like, sayonara, sucker, and I shoot it.
The bolt bursts through both sides of the barrel, in through the front and right out the back, and there's just it's mushroom wine, like mayhem behind. It's just and mushroom.
Jeez.
So there is the corpse of what has now shape shifted back into its original form, and it is lying there, mimicky on the ground, in its sticky mass of ick. So the
Gross.
things that were stuck to it and unable to be pulled off, kind of they loosen up and they kind of fall to the ground. They're still sticky. Like, you're probably going to want to ask one of the kings for that solvent, but for the most part, it's they're back in your possession. You can have your great club and your axe back.
Cool.
I casually reach over and get my potion back off.
I'm still laying.
So now, what being stable means is that you effectively have you are not in any immediate danger. The combat is over, and you pop back up with 1 health. Had you not had Spare the Dying cast on you, when your turn would come up, you were going to have to do what are called death saving throws. And it's a straight 20-sided die roll. 10 and above is a save. Or below is a miss and or failure. 3 failures and your character dies for good. 3 successes and they come back to consciousness with 1 health.
And 1s and 20s do special things.
Yeah,
Cool.
1s give you 2 failures at a time. 20s give you 2 successes at a time.
That's intense.
But someone could come over and try to stabilize you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I'm
would be
stable.
wise.
There's all
Super.
kinds of stuff.
I'm a stable genius. We're good.
This Sonic thing towards the bottom is getting more peanut buttery in the ice cream. So I think that they just didn't do like a great mixing of it. It's getting way better. It's not
Nice.
important. It's
Just
really
vanilla all the way until then. Though.
yeah. Like, I just got a really good scoop of peanut buttery goodness in my ice cream. I feel like Mr. Ed. I'm like, because I'm not really talking, and this is just all dubbed over.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You're actually a horse.
you have vanquished the mimic, and it's up to you as to how you would like to proceed.
Does anyone have an empty bottle?
There's a surge bottle that's on the ground.
Yeah. The empty.
Is
potion bottle.
it a glass? Is a glass stopper? Do they use the glass stoppers, those surge bottles?
No, they actually use the cork topper. It's a glass bottle with a cork top.
Okay. So I walk over, pick up that, and I just kind of I take out my own dagger. And I just kind of scrape up some of the mimic
Goo?
Goo, the blood or whatever it is. Just put it in a bottle and put the lid back on. I was like, this could be interesting. I don't, it's not every day. Not every day you get a mimic thing.
Yeah, so I guess you've got a bottle full of mimic ichor.
Yeah, and I just put a lid on it and put it back in the surge.
That's
Hopefully
good.
don't.
Yeah, don't
hopefully
get it mixed up.
No, I pick a big marker and I say, mimic.
Not surge.
Not surge. Yeah, I don't label it very specifically. It just says not surge now.
Okay.
I clean off my shoe as best I can.
So, from around the corner, now that the commotion has died down, you hear a faint yelling. Oh, is everything okay out there? And you recognize that it's Dabbledob from a distance, from safety, seeing if everything is all right or if you guys have all been killed.
Dabbledob, come on in.
Oh, this is good news. Unless you're a shapeshifter and you're gonna trick me. Oh God, I'm such an idiot.
And it's okay, Dabbledob. Come on. You can see it over here. We've killed it.
He gets closer and closer, and he's upon closer investigation, he says, "A mimic in Nomengard? This is awesome!" And he's very, very excited. And he starts babbling and going on, talking a mile a minute about how they're going to use the ichor for all kinds of sticky stuff, and they've got all kinds of ideas of traps and different ways to adhere various gnomes to walls and ceilings, and all kinds of wonderful things that they plan to do with what they can harvest from this mimic. So He says, "Oh, would you help me please get him over to the workshop? That would be wonderful."
This thing killed Bob.
John.
John?
No.
Yeah,
I never
John.
really liked him very much. He had a silly name. It's not a really big deal. The task at hand
John.
right now is that we have a mimic here, and the mimic is going to provide us very great safety for many ages to come.
You should get one of those barrel things.
The spider?
Barrel spiders.
It can't cross the bridge.
Yes, that could only get it to the bridge. It's not really a big deal, and we don't have to waste any time on that, so we'll get it over there.
Okay.
Zoom, and it's over here, so don't worry about it.
I was gonna say I was gonna like put it over my shoulder and help
Lug
out,
it,
but you
yeah.
know.
No, you guys get it all the
No
way
way.
over
It
to
thing's
the
gross.
to
So we
the
go over.
workshop.
Are we going over?
I
Are we
was
going over
not gonna be happy.
Are we going over to where the king is?
I
that's
think that
the right
makes
call.
sense with the last 10 minutes we have.
Or where the kings are, I should say.
Back to the king's report.
While I eat my ice cream.
Gonna shut off the thingy via mage hand, you know, so we don't die.
It would deal a number on you right now. Got it. So we're over here. Oh, I can turn off
Still there.
the turn order.
All right, it's back to the kings.
Spangle, are you going with everyone? Oh, it's right through the sleeping room.
Surprise!
Wake up!
Surprising it. Oh, that one's still in a coma.
Oh, that just poor
Gone
girl.
forever.
Carrying it.
Girl.
It's so
Is
sad.
there a way to reverse
She'll be
it?
back in 20 years. She'll be
No,
fine.
she'll wake
She
up.
wakes up.
You can
Okay.
slap him awake. That's what the spell says, at
No,
least.
no,
Yeah.
we harassed them enough. We don't just slap
There.
them.
I'll put a big X on the mimic. It's dead. All right, so you guys come back. You've shown proof. Dabbledob has vouched that you indeed have slain the mimic. He's seen it in his own eyes, and it's over there in the workshop. If the kings want to see their captor, or the thing that caused one king to go crazy and captivate
Capture?
There we go. That one.
Capture.
Kid.
Yeah. That one. And that is right over there. But upon learning that it was indeed a mimic, both kings they show an equal level of excitement that Dabbledob had. That a mimic. This is wonderful. So not the response you expected from them, but it's fine. That works. So they're very thankful, and Korbaz says, "Now don't you dare think I didn't remember that I've promised you something." And he says, "I'll be right back." And he goes back to his room through the secret passage that's no longer secret to anyone. And he retrieves a small box that he then comes back into the I have here exactly what I think you're looking for. And he opens the box, and inside the box, what's in the box? He very slowly opens the box. He places it so it's facing the other way. You have to go around to the other side on the table to see what's in it. And I'll tell you what it is. There is a hat that he said he was willing to give you, and he hands. Who does he hand the hat to?
We would like a hat.
I'll push Clovis forward.
Yeah.
I take it.
So he hands you the hat, and he says, "This is a very powerful magical hat for all things magical and powerful." And he hands you the hat, and Nerkly says, "Well, I feel at least a little bit the cause of some of this, so I would like to give something as well." And he reaches into the box, which seems like maybe they're like prized possessions, because it's embroidered with like this beautiful inlay of Nerkly and Korbaz, like it's a G and a K, with a big heart in the middle, and it's like really cute. And he reaches in and he grabs a wand, and he holds it up like the master sword in Zelda. And he says, "Who would like this? My wand. My Grammy gave it to me when I was young, and I've kept it with me all this time. I think it even has all its charges."
What kind of a wand is it?
Funny you should ask. And he raises it in the air, and from it, he speaks some gnomish words that you've never heard, and they sound like this. And the sparks and small fireworks just pour out from the edge of it, and they go careening and cascading all over the room, and they illuminate the entire room, which is only 7-foot high ceiling, so it's not like they're not shooting all the way up into the sky and exploding, but there's beautiful, think like sparklers but moved up to an 11, and he says, "Ooh, they're wonderful and fun, and I'm sure you'll have many uses for this wand."
Spangle snatches it.
Yeah, okay, that tracks. So
You like the light.
so I'll put those in both of your journals after we call it for the night.
Is it an aluminum? Is it an aluminum hat? Like like aluminum paper hat? Like protects you from. Is that what I'm thinking?
You
Satellites.
you tell me. You want it to be a tinfoil hat? It's a tinfoil hat.
Spangle points the wand up
A
in the air.
magical tinfoil hat.
I'm sure there's actually a description of it, but
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
have that
but yeah,
right
you
now.
put it in my. That's fine. I'll put it in my log. It's fine.
Yeah.
Spangle will point that wand up in the air and say, "Schlerbelter whew."
Yes. Oh, and then it happens. Yeah, so you there.
Here's another charge.
What color are the fireworks that come out?
Oh, lavender.
Oh, this. Lavender's great. It's beautiful. It's calming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have you have a magical item, or a few magical items that are in your possession now, which certainly, if you decide to part with some or all or some amount of them, will fulfill your requirement that you came to Nomagard for. Is there any other business that you wish to?
I just back away and say, "Thank you very much, Corbaz. I will take good care of this."
Enjoy. And they give you a deep gnomish bow, and they're high up on their dais, so their bow comes to about your knee level still. So they're
Poor little guys.
yeah, they're
Racist.
no, they're just short. That's not a. Oh, I
I'm
guess it
short.
is a
I'm
racist
short
thing.
too. I'm a
Yeah.
halfling.
The
Oh boy, I really would like to get to Stonehill. Back to Stonehill Inn.
yeah.
Do you guys have horses or anything that can help us get back there quicker?
Nothing very useful, just those battle crabs.
Ooh.
And you know that they're really going to be moving probably slower than walking. So if you wanted to take them around for a spin, I'm sure you could take them down the ramp, the front door of this.
Ramp.
Yeah.
What's the front door?
What is what day is it? Nighttime now? Is it daytime? Is it?
We don't know. We're in a.
Yeah.
Have we been up?
You guys are in a cave.
It's fair.
Maybe. Do you think we could spend the night here before we travel back to Stonehill Inn?
Certainly. There are bedrooms in the gnomish quarters that might be a little small for some of your friends, but they'd be perfect for you.
I know exactly where that is.
I've heard that you guys know exactly where they are.
One of them's in a coma, by the way. Good luck with that.
You can have her bed.
She's on the floor.
So you guys are gonna take a nice long rest here and recoup and
Oh, yeah.
regenerate and feel better about the day.
Yes. I think
I think
a good idea.
Aluxie is snoring through the night like a buzzsaw.
Awesome. So the next morning, nothing of any importance happens overnight. Everything is fine. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You don't even have to go to that room. You sleep. Everything happens the way that it should in the world. And are we gonna make our way back to town, or do other
Yes.
things? Okay.
Yeah, let's do town.
Okay. So if you
Yeah.
guys are going back to town, we'll go ahead and switch over to the world map for just a moment. Just a moment.
Just a moment.
We get back our spell slots.
Yes, you get spell
Yep.
slots, you get health back, you get all the things. You're back up to full health. You got all your spell slots. Life is beautiful. You are leaving Nomengard, hopefully for good. They are a silly people, and you can make your
Don't
way.
say that. They're lovely.
They are lovely. And you make your way back to Newfoundland. There's nothing really of importance that happens in your trek back, and you leave in the morning and you make it back there. Let's say by like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you probably missed lunch, but I'm sure they're gearing up for the dinner crowd. And
Ooh, is it karaoke night?
Dang it, I was gonna
No.
ask that.
it's not karaoke night, unfortunately. I know.
I know we all
quite a
just
bummer.
got here, but I feel like it's already home.
Aw,
Aww.
that's so sweet.
Aw.
Okay, so you got yourselves a, excuse me, you have the option to go to Harbin, or do you want to go to Toblin, or what do we want to do? We want to do something that maybe wraps up a quest and maybe gives you something in return.
Yeah, let's
we'll go,
redeem
go,
the
go
quest.
to Harbin.
Okay, so you make your guys' way over to Harbin Wester's house, and there is the greatest of all impediments. It's a large wooden door. What would you like to do?
Maybe we should just burst in like we have
Yell
been
at
doing.
it.
That seems
I wanna
to work
scream at
pretty
it.
well.
Yeah, okay, that all seems to be like exactly what you would do. So you make your way over to Townmaster Harbin Wester's house, and you knock on the door, and he does not open. He refuses to open the door. He says, "Oh goodness, you're not dead yet. Amazing." Don't remember what voice I did for him, so that's what we're going with.
Sort of Professor Farnsworth.
Okay, well, I don't think that was it, but well,
Good news, everyone.
good news, everyone.
No, that was definitely not it.
No, it doesn't.
So
I'm
actually-
Harbin Wester. How's it going, guys?
Before
Goofy.
Glad you're back in one piece,
Oh.
and no dinosaurs or
Not
dragons have eaten you.
I think that was Ted's voice.
Okay.
The drop.
before we return to the before we turn into Harbin Westers, we basically got 4 magic items out of that quest, and we said we'd be giving him something to help with the dragons, which may be that hat or maybe it's something else. He's not going to
What
know.
were the other
Is he?
things? What are the other things we got?
Well, we had an
Amulet.
amulet, and we had a staff, and then we had this little staff that does the fireworks, and you had your hat. So
And I take out the little jar and I said, or we have this little jar of ichor.
Yeah.
Tasty.
some of
It smells like
some of us will have had between now and then have had the time to bond with the items, so I think we would know what they are at this point, right?
Yeah, if you spent some of that time that you were resting, kind of communing with it, you've come to the realization that what you have on your hands is a wand of pyrotechnics, a hat of wizardry, which is for wizards. You have a pole of collapsing. That's the staffy type thing, and an amulet of a clockwork amulet. These cards. So you of the things that are there, those are what you have.
Is that cap any good if you're not a wizard? Like, is it still helpful to a bard?
I don't think so.
The mechanics of the hat say while you are wearing this hat, you gain the following benefits. You can use the hat as a spell casting focus for your wizard spells. You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be a wizard's on the wizard spell list, and you
Give 'em
must
the
make a
hat.
DC 10 Intelligence Arcana check. If this check succeeds, you cast the spell. If the check fails, so does the spell, and this action used to cast the spell is wasted. In either case, you can't use this property again until you finish a long rest, and it requires attunement by a wizard. So you need to be a wizard to attune to it, but you've identified it.
It's what none of us are.
No.
pretty useless to us.
Yeah.
Of the four, only one that doesn't, at least at this time, provide any benefit to you.
You guys, should I give him my wand too?
No, they have wizards in this town. Maybe they'll they'll be able to give this to the wizards, and they'll be able to help fight the dragon. You should keep that wand. That wand is really pretty.
I thought so too.
That's yours. Don't give that away. Let's give this hat away.
We earned it, you guys.
Yeah.
So Harbin,
You knock on the door.
yeah, Harbin. Oh, you're not dead. That's wonderful. Ah, I'm so glad to see you back here, not eaten at all. Nobody has been eaten, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of you. That tracks. Good.
Chewed on my shoe.
It was
Yes.
difficult.
I was wondering
I
what
almost
happened to your
died.
shoe. It looks pretty gross there.
Is there a
Chewed on my
cobbler?
dwarf too.
We don't have a cobbler, sadly enough.
What?
But maybe you could buy some new boots. I think that would make sense. I'm sure somebody can help you in town for a price.
Incident insurance. Did we buy that in this package? This
No, you did not.
Wait, do you sell it?
No, we do not. That's how I knew you didn't buy
I
it.
talked to the duck as I left.
Quack.
The one that says Affleck.
Quack.
Quack.
We've been
All right,
trying to get rid of him. It's on the quest board.
Oh, that's a new one.
Not really. There's no duck.
Well, we got this. Well, we came back with a magic item from the quest. So here it is. I pull out the hat and I hold it up.
Say
No,
no
from
more. What does it do? I guess say a little bit more. So
it's from Carbaz himself, the king. I know,
the king of Nomengard?
one of the kings.
Right. Yes, I
They
understand.
have to.
But yeah, so it's I think it's a wizarding hat. It might be good for sorting things, like people into houses, and
You're a wizard, Harbin.
Yes. I think that I could put this to very good use. And he says, slide it under the door.
and I like start jamming it under the door. I'm trying to like, get it through. It's like I'm having trouble.
Yeah, it's clearly getting damaged, but he doesn't care, and he's so happy that it makes it all the way under the door. Very crumpled. You can imagine that he's on the other side, like looking in a full length mirror and posing with it, even though it's real crumpled down right now. He says, "That'll do." And he slides underneath the door an envelope containing 50 gold pieces.
Thank you.
Which, yes, was the agreed upon amount before anybody tries to haggle with him for rendered services. And
Does everyone just you just guys want to just add 10 to each of your thing, or do you want?
We can do that.
yeah,
Yeah, let's just add 10 each.
Okay. Thank you, Harbin.
you are welcome. I'll get the voice down because he sounds more like a gnome right now.
Just so stuck on gnomes.
So
Gotta.
he does say as he slides it under, he says, "You guys have been very helpful. So please make sure that you check out the board before you leave town. If you have any more business here, I'd love to pay you for it."
We will definitely take a look.
We'll be seeing you.
Coolio. So
For shizzle.
yes.
All right.
Nope. Sorry. Are you gonna stop by the follow up the job board to see what's there
Yes.
We
now?
can, yeah, we
on
can
the way
end
on the
that
way to the
board.
inn. On the
Yeah.
way to the inn, we stop at the job board.
So I will speed read this because I've kept you 8 minutes past when we were supposed to quit. You see there seem to be a few new quests that are on the board today. There's one that reads as such. There's one for the Butterskull Ranch, and it says, "Orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch 5 miles east of Coneyberry along the Tribor Trail. Travel there with haste. Assess the damage and help in any way you can. Ranch owner Alphonse Big Al Calazorn is a retired sheriff who can reward you for your efforts. If he's dead, return to Town Master Harbin Wester with proof of Calazorn's demise to receive a reward of 100 gold pieces. If the characters undertake this test, proceed with Butterskull Ranch. Probably didn't need to read that part. I'll do better for the next one. The next one is the Loggers Camp Quest, and it reads as such. Deep in Neverwinter Wood, along the river that flows west toward Neverwinter, is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Phandalin delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the half-brother of Phandalin's townmaster, Harbin Wester, Barthen. And, Barthen, the local provisioner, has prepared a new delivery. He needs someone to bear the supplies safely to the camp, return to Harbin Wester with a notice of delivery signed by his half-brother, Tiber, and to claim your reward of 100 gold pieces. And the last one is Mountain's Toe Quest. The Mountain Toes gold mine lies 15 miles northeast of Phandalin. The new overseer, Don John Raskin, just made the trip from Neverwinter to Phandalin and needs to be escorted to the mine. There's no telling what dangers lie between here and there. Once you deliver Raskin safe and sound, return to Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 100 gold. So each of these is a reward of 100 gold.
Woo.
And if you can decide which one you guys want to do before we call it, it will make me the happiest.
I vote orcs.
I vote orcs.
I also vote orcs.
Okay.
One of them's in a gold mine.
Big Al. Gotta go help Big Al.
Yeah, that's fine.
All
I
right.
mean, that's majority.
All right. Orcs and Big Al? No.
My gosh.
Are we good with that?
Yep.
All right. You guys have reduced the amount of prep that I have to do threefold. So thank you. Don't change your mind, for the love of God.
All right, so we agree to change our mind at the start of next session, right?
Secretly choose logging camp.
I mean, obviously.
We have to
can't not change our mind.
and the Butterball Ranch.
Butterskull.
I know Butterball Ranch.
Mhm,
We have to
Butterball
prove that Big Al is dead or help Big Al.
Yes.
If he's dead.
If he's dead, you have to bring proof that he died. If he ain't
Like
dead,
his head.
yeah, bring his. That's probably a little grisly. But I like where your mind went.
That's called a cub.
If you.
A little grizzly is a.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ooh.
Oh, my gnome joke was. I thought it was funny. Yeah, you either have to help him or bring back proof of his death. So.
Okay.
And that will bring us to the exciting part of leveling up. You guys can start the next part of our adventure at level 3.
Alright.
Anybody that's having problems with character sheet or anything like that, talk to me over the week, and we'll work things out. Anthony, I think you should be able to take the invocation that you wanted to take beforehand now when you are level 3 if you get the correct prerequisite. So
Yeah, I'm going to.
cool, awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Episode
Thank
4
you.
in the books.
Four.
Woo! In the
Done
D&D
did it.
books.
All right.
All right.
Very sweet.
Later, guys. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. We're gonna run a 3-minute ad, and we're gonna be back to play some Overwatch and maybe talk a little bit more D&D. All right.
D&D.
D&D.
Dino.